To the Dowling Catholic High School Gymnasium. Tonight we have girls and boys basketball on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. It's Dowling hosting Johnston. Mark Amadale alongside the one and only Steve DeVinny. And Coach, thanks for being here. I know you're getting ready to go to warmer climates here in another week. I think a week from today, if I'm not mistaken. But welcome, and we got one final girl-boy doubleheader.
Yeah, no, against a very, very high-quality team, both for the boys and the girls tonight, Johnston Dragons. This will be a rematch of a game, 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
And
yes,
Maroons on the boys and girls side were not successful out there, so we're looking for a little bit of revenge tonight.
Well, Johnston is quite the team. They are the defending Class 5A state champs. They won their first 11 games this year before losing last Thursday, a week ago Thursday, to Waukee 58-40, and in between that they had 22-game winning streak. Their last loss was last year. Before that loss to Waukee, they lost to Dowling during that time and have recovered. They lost the Maroons back on January 24th, 2020, 75-57 here at the Dowling Gym, and ran the table, won 11 straight and a 5A title. Won the first 11 games this year before the loss last week to Waukee. So they won 22 in a row, Mr. DeVinny, and they bring their number 2 ranking here because guess what? Chris Guest and the Waukee Warriors are now number 1, and Johnston got the number 2 seed in Class 5A.
Yeah, you know, their success surprises me a little bit because they lost 2 kids off last year's team that went to play Division I. McDermott girls up at UNI and the other girls at University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, whose name escapes me right now. I apologize.
Kendall Need or Maddie Mock?
Kendall.
Okay.
A couple D1s and a nice post player they lost too. So I know they got a good transfer in from Urbandale, but they've sort of been able to reload. I didn't expect quite this success for this ball club the year after they lost so much talent.
Say hello to the folks on TV tonight. That's Steve DeVinny, the coach. The Hall of Famer at Grandview, that's him, and does a great job with his business, and we appreciate your time. This is our last early game of the year because everything else is 6:45 starts for girls regionals and boys regionals, although the state girls basketball tournament, which Dowling hopes to be a part of, might be a little bit different, and that'll adjust both of our schedules, but That's down the road. In the meantime, it's Dowling and Johnston for the second time, and I know we'll go to our keys to the game here pretty soon here in this pregame, Steve, but obviously Dowling's got some things that they can control within themselves. A lot of it has to do with turnovers, keep value in each possession, but yet trying to play their game.
Yeah. No, I think that's accurate. I think the Maroons, I don't want to say have surprised me as well this year, but I saw that Caitlin Clark last night dropped 39 points on the University of Nebraska in a Big Ten women's game. So you lose her off your ball club, along with 3 other seniors that played and scored a lot. And the Maroons have really done a nice job this year coming back from losing that much scoring. But a little inexperienced. I mean, we're almost all the way through the regular season, but the Maroons have done a really good job this year. And like you say, sometimes the pace of play Depends how much pressure they're getting from the other team, and they'll get a lot of it tonight from Johnston. And we'll just have to see how the Maroons hold up.
No question about it. Well, let's take a look at some of the games going on in the CIML. This is the final Friday night of girl-boy doubleheaders. Urbandale is at Valley tonight, and that game will also tip off at 5 o'clock. And I believe it's on CISN. I have to check with our producer over here, Devin Taylor, and see if that's correct. But they're on CISN. And what about Southeast Polk Waukee? That also on CISN? These all CISN games? Okay. And what about up at Ankeny? Ames Ankeny? Not sure.
CISN.
CISN. Well, there's three places.
They own the CIML
That's
lately.
Right. Well, if all the teams are home, they do.
Yep.
All right, so Urbandale's at Valley. Southeast Polk is at Waukee. That's also on CISN. Fort Dodge at Marshalltown. Ames is at Ankeny. We don't know if that is in on CISN. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. And Hoover at Lincoln. Roosevelt traveling to Ottumwa tonight. A boys-only game over at East, North at East for the second time tonight. Get this tomorrow. Some games that are on tap. Linn-Mar and Marion comes to town, and boys action takes on number 3 Valley at the Valley Gym, 1:45. And right here at the Dowling Gym, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Oh, by the way, they've won 8 in a row. They're 12-6. They take on the Dowling boys 1 o'clock here at the Dowling Gym. So they have all that to deal with. Other games as Urbandale at Mason City tomorrow. These are all boys only. And Roosevelt traveling to 8th-ranked Ankeny Centennial. So just a few things going on before the tournament starts, Steve.
Yeah. Do the boys have one more week after the girls, like typical?
Yes.
They play one more week.
Dowling boys are on the road next Thursday and Friday. So this is their final home game before postseason starts.
Okay.
They travel to 5th-ranked Council Bluffs Lincoln. I'll have the call on that next Thursday night. Right now I'm flying solo.
Well, they had a real nice win last time we were together on Tuesday against Centennial when they hung 83 points on Bobby Fontana's 8th-ranked boys team. That was a heck of a game for the boys.
Well, congratulations to Coach Fontana. They got the win last night as they traveled to Mason City, and Ankeny Centennial defeated Mason City 84-50 to get off the snide, so to speak. Centennial ranked number 8. That's a team that Dowling beat on Tuesday night that Steve's referring to. They're now 11-4. That was in boys play. The girls game, Ankeny Centennial, 5th-ranked team in Class 5A, who defeated the Dowling girls 48-40 on Tuesday night. They won at Mason City last night 76-35 to improve their record to 13-2. Other girls-only game a girls-only game last night. What a battle at Valley. Number 1 Bishop Garrigan out of Class 1A in Algona was at number 10 Valley out of Class 5A. Valley won it 58-54. Congratulations to Joe Seacrest and the Valley Tigers. Their record now 8-6, and they got the number 10 seed in the tournament, which starts here in a few weeks.
Yeah, heck of an effort though by the 1A Algona team.
And credit them for coming down and playing up.
That's a really small school, and
it is.
For them to go toe-to-toe over in West Des Moines, they came up a little short, but that must have been a whale of a game.
It certainly was. Boys only game last night. Hoover defeated Urbandale 43-35, the Battle of Aurora Avenue.
There you go.
And then a girls contest. I want to mention this before we go to break. Congratulations to the North High Polar Bears. Their record now 7-5 under Haywood Boston as they defeated Marshalltown 39-17 last night. The North Polar Bears have won 5 of 7 games since they lost to Dowling by 40 points back a month ago.
On the girls' side?
On the girls' side.
Yeah.
So Haywood Boston, a longtime coach at Hoover. He has his assistants, John Nelson, Amber Tanner, and Alicia Brooks. What a year. And they're looking for, they'll have a winning season first time in forever. Congratulations to Haywood.
Yeah.
And know him very well, love him very much, and he's done a great job at North High. We're going to take a break here in the pregame show. Mark Embadale, Steve DeVinny here on Iowa Catholic Radio and streaming on the webcast, CISN.TV. And we're back with starting lineups and our keys to the game here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym alongside Steve DeVinny, Mark Amadale, as we get set for Dowling and Johnston, the second time these two teams have met this year. Johnston won the previous contest, 61-44 over Dowling last month. And Steve DeVinny, I'm going to have you do our keys to the game. It's presented by DeArmond Ford Indianola, a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new DeArmond Ford in Indianola at DeArmondFord.com. And Steve, we'll start off with the Johnston keys.
I think for Johnston, the girls, they need to limit turnovers. They had a previous win against the Maroons earlier in the season. If they play clean tonight, they should be the favored team. They'll have to limit their turnovers. In addition to that, they'll have to attack the big girl from Dowling, Lexi Bowles. When she's in the game, she's a huge difference maker. If she gets in foul trouble, the Maroons don't have a lot of depth there at the post, and so that would be the key as Johnston shoots 74% from the line on the season. For the Maroons, I think they have to try to keep the pace of the game manageable. Johnston's got some real good depth, and if it gets into a track meet, I would think that maybe the Maroons would be at a slight disadvantage there. And then I think they'll also have to shoot well tonight. If they can get 6-7 3-pointers up and in, that will give them a chance to compete. But they'll have to shoot it well tonight.
All right, there's our keys to the game, presented by DeArmond Ford Indianola, a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new DeArmond Ford in Indianola at DeArmondFord.com. Along with Steve DeVinny, Mark Amadale, and want to recognize our crew tonight here from CISN. Devin Taylor, our producer, Jeff Stark, our cameraman. We thank them for all they do. Jeff Piggott back at the studios of Iowa Catholic Radio. Let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the defending Class 5A champions, the Johnston Dragons. Chad Jellick is the head coach. He's in his 9th year at Johnston, 150 wins, 51 losses, assisted by Mark Hine and Brad Buchan. And they will start at one guard, Zoe Buchan, the assistant coach's daughter, a 5'5 junior. She'll wear number 4. The other guard is Anna Gosling, a 5'6 junior. She'll wear number 20. At one forward, Kinsey Jellick, the head coach's daughter, a 5'10 senior. She's at one forward. The other forward is Eileen Tanky, a 5'11 freshman. She'll wear number 30. And the center is Jada Jimphy, as Steve mentioned, the young lady who transferred from Urbandale, and she is a 6'1 forward, or 6'1 senior, and she'll play center, number 42. So it'll be Buchan, Jellick, Gosling, Tanky, and Jimphy. Dragons come in averaging 61.4 points on offense, give up 40.5 points on defense, ranked second in Class 5A, and they come in with a record of 12-1. And now for Dowling Catholic, the Maroons are coached by Kristen Meyer in her 5th year, 86 wins, 24 losses. Maroons will start at one guard, Ella McVeigh, a 5'7 senior wearing number 1. The other guard is Margaret Tobias, a 5'6 senior wearing number 3. And the third guard is Maddie Wishman, a 5'7 senior wearing number 5. At one forward, Emma Gipple, a 5'10 junior. She'll wear number 23, and the center for Dowling is Lexi Bowles, a 6'2 senior wearing number 35. So it'll be McVeigh, Tobias, Wishman, Gipple, and Bowles. Maroons come in averaging 60.4 points on offense, give up 45.1 points on defense. Their record's 9-5, and they're number 9 in Class 5A. We're going to take a break, and we come back. We'll have our tip-off between Dowling and Johnston, game 1 of our doubleheader here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and Father Ryan Andrew, the chaplain here at Dowling Catholic High School, here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
To the Dowling Catholic High School Gymnasium. Alongside Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadeo as we get set for the tip-off between Dowling Catholic and Johnston. These two teams know each other very well. They are dating back to 2007, Steve. Dowling leads the series 22 wins to 11 losses, but Johnston's won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two, including the one earlier this year, 61-44 at Johnston, and when the Dragons were ranked number 1, and so the Dragons have won 4 of the last 5, but the Maroons have won the overall series. This has been quite a battle. For Dowling, they've won 6 of their last 9 games, but their record against ranked teams is just 1-5 this year out of the top 10 in Class 5A. For Johnston, I mentioned they come off their winning 22 in a row before Waukee knocked them off 8 days ago last Thursday. And they're 6-1 against top 10 teams and the defending Class 5A champs. So that is the tail of the tape there, Mr. DeVinny. I wanted to get that in.
Yeah, no, it's good detail. And the Maroons have been solid this year, but to your point, when they've gotten up the against the elite teams, they haven't fared quite as well, although they've played very well in some of those games.
All right, we're underway. Lexi Bowles tips it in the backcourt. Dowling in their home white uniforms. Maroon numbers and trim. They go right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling Gym. So we want to welcome our CISN audience along with Iowa Catholic Radio. Lexi Bowles for 3 to start things off, and it's good.
Good night, Mark. Oh, my goodness.
For Lexi, her 4th 3 of the year.
If you're not going to guard me out there, I'm just going to knock it down, okay?
Yeah. And it comes in game 15. So
Gee
I
whiz.
guess. Kick ball by Bowles is Johnston in their road black uniforms with the white numbers.
Experienced referee crew here tonight. We've had some crews that haven't been as experienced lately, but this is a good solid group that's been together for a while.
It certainly is. Buchan inbounds the ball to Jimfy. Her shot at the free throw line no good, but who else gets the rebound? Buchan, smallest gal on the court at 5'5". Offensive rebound, Johnston keeps possession alive. Dowling leading by 3. Driving baseline is Eileen Tanky. Tanky, the freshman, on the right block, turns against Gipple. Her shot off the glass, good. She's got a nice shot and pretty strong for a freshman.
Yeah, crafty move in there. Just very, very patient down on the block against Gipple there.
Tanky averaging about 12 points a contest. And now here's Gipple, a turnaround shot after she lost her defender. It's no good. Falling down was Kinsey Jellick. Rebound comes out to Johnson, and here is, once again, Tanky in the lane. Her shot no good, but a putback up and good. And she's got all 4 of Johnston's points, and they lead it 4-3. Dragons over Dowling. Now underneath Bowles, and she draws the foul up against Jada Jimfy, and that'll be the first foul on Jimfy.
I don't know that Jada agreed with that call, but she didn't have the whistle, so she's going to have to live with it. Bowles to the line for 2.
So she'll get 2 free throws, as you mentioned. Bowles, 78% free throw shooter, misses the first free throw. She'll get another. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Mercy One, Kemen, and Dental Associates. Second free throw on the way, and it's good. So we're tied at 4 with 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Jimfy for 3, top of the key, off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Johnston, and Jellick with it, the coach's daughter. Out to Jimfy. Dowling stays man-to-man. Jimfy will launch the 3. It's off the back iron again. No good. Offensive rebound, Johnston. Buchan with it. And she clears it out to Jellick, and the Dragons will start over.
Maroons have not boxed out very well on those last 2 shots.
Another long 3 by Jimfy. It's good. She goes 1 for 3 in 3-point attempts in that last possession, Steve.
Second chance points, Mark. We gave them 3 opportunities there in that one sequence.
Here is Johnston with the ball. Jimfy dribbles it up. The Iowa recruit. She'll launch another 3. Good! She's 2 for 4 from 3-point range. She has 6 points, and it's a 4-point Johnston lead here, Steve. Future Iowa Hawkeye. Jada Jimfy, just a junior at 6'1". Dowling with the basketball. Now picking up her dribble is Maddie Wishman. And now a steal as Wishman tried to get it to her teammate, Margaret Tobias, and the other way we go. Johnston with the ball. Gyamfi fakes the three, gets Bowles away from the basket, down the lane, layup good. Timeout Dowling. Gyamfi with 8 points here in the first quarter. The Dragons out to a 12-4 lead. They lead it by 8, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, Steve, with Johnston leading. I want to thank Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates for supporting our broadcast all season long. Steve?
Yeah, Gyamfi right there, after knocking down a pair of threes, Lexi came out hard on that shot fake, and to Gyamfi's credit, big time move getting around her, and then she was able to score on the shorter opponent there for the Maroons. But it's a high-powered group, the Johnston Dragons are, and Maroons, at least early on, have struggled a little bit with their quickness. We got a couple subs in now for the Maroons. Julia Moore and Lauren Frericks in for Wishman and Tobias.
So Dowling with the basketball with a pair of substitution. Here's Moore posting up inside, and the pass by Bowles is not handled by Moore, and it's taken away by Kinsey Jellick for Johnston. Here's Gyamfi with it, top of the key to Jellick. Now Gyamfi fakes the three-point shot, takes the lane, kicks it out, shot up and no good as Gosling with the missed shot for Johnston. Rebound Dowling. So one and done that time was Johnston on a rare occasion here in this first quarter, Steve.
Yeah, good defensive stop there by the Maroons.
There's McVeigh with it in the lane. Swings it out, and a long three coming, in and out. No good by Dowling, and that's Lauren Fredericks with the miss. Johnston down court immediately, and a shot off the glass good by the freshman Eiley Tanky, who has 6 points.
Talented kid. Maroons didn't get back on defense there and gave up the easy one.
Here's Moore in the lane. Her shot no good with the left hand. The rebound comes out to Jellick. Old shooting now. It's 14-4. Johnston by 10 over Dowling. Up the Maroons had a 4-point lead. Gyamfi for three. Right wing, no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Moore with it. And it's poked out of bounds nicely by Gosling.
Good defensive pressure there by the Dragon girls. Picking them up full court, and Maroons a little out of sync early here.
Moore and check that. That's Gipple with it. Moore, Gipple, and McVeigh, the three guards, along with Bowles and Frericks. Now here's Bowles in the lane with the left hand. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound slapped around. Gipple with it.
Nice fight.
Underneath the Bowles, her shot up and no good, and she drew the foul. And 2 shots coming for Lexi Bowles. The foul will be on Jellick of Johnston.
Excellent rebound there by Emma Gipple. Kept that ball alive. Had a good quick pass over to Bowles. She was fouled by Jellick on the attempt from the right block.
3:49 remaining first quarter. Free throw good by Bowles. She's now 2 of 3 at the line tonight. It's 14-5, Dragons by 9.
It's 14-5. The Dragons outscoring Lexi Bowles.
Bowles, yes, you're right. Only player that scored thus far. Now it's substitutions. We're seeing Molly Nelk for the first time tonight. 5'8" sophomore, replacing the coach's daughter, head coach's daughter, Kinsey Jellick. Second free throw good by Bowles. She does have all 6 points for Dowling. A substitution for Dowling is Tobias checks in and Bowles will check out. So the Maroons will go with a smaller lineup here, Steve, but they're going to press.
Well, I think pace of play is going to be a big deal, and Johnston really wants to push.
And they do. Buchan in the front court underneath the Gyamfi, and she draws the foul. Double team by Julia Moore.
Looks like Julia, they're going to catch her.
And Gipple, and they're going to get Moore for her first foul. Team foul number 1 on Dowling. Johnston has 2 team fouls here in the first quarter. Gyamfi at the line. Jada, a 66% free throw shooter. First one is no good.
To their credit, to the Dragons' credit, as soon as Bowles came out of the game, they put Gyamfi down there on the block and got it to her right away, and there was just a mismatch.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound Dowling. Mercy One and Kemen, a couple of our sponsors here on Iowa Catholic Radio. As Tobias with the missed free throw rebound. Dowling with the ball. Here's Moore in the lane, crossover dribble. Leaves it for Tobias for 3. Good on the right wing. Right over Gosling.
Good dribble drive kick there by Moore, and excellent shot by Tobias.
Tobias with their 16th 3, and now Gyamfi misses the shot. Uncontested layup missed by Gyamfi. Rebound Dowling. Here's McVeigh in the front court.
Nope.
Tries to get in the corner to Frericks, stolen away.
She was bumped, yep.
Down court here's Gosling, launched the three. It's in and out, no good. And rebound Johnston. Good hustle that time by Zoe Buchan.
Yeah, Frericks made contact and just didn't maintain it. Buchan got around her.
There's Gyamfi down the lane. Strong move, layup good. Basket will count and a foul on Dowling.
Is that Gipple?
Yes, it is. So Gipple picks up her first foul, team foul number 2 on Dowling. Johnston with 2 fouls also, in this 2 team fouls also here in this first quarter. 16-9 is our score. Johnston with the lead. 2:48 remaining and more substitutions as Tanky will check out and checking in for the first time. Emma Hampton, 5'11 junior or 5'11 sophomore for the Dragons, Steve.
Yeah, and in the backcourt, one of the guards checked in too.
So Gyamfi's
traditional three-point play
is good. And that's her first free throw of the night.
Number 23, Riley, is in the game also for the Dragons.
11 points for Gyamfi here in the first quarter, 17-9.
Nice
Underneath,
move.
a shot off the glass, good! That's Julia Moore. The basket will count, as the official will say the foul is on. And that'll be on Emma Hampton, who just checked in for the Dragons. So Moore's basket is good at 17-11, our score now. Johnston with the lead over Dowling.
Excellent aggressiveness there by Julia.
The free throw good.
Converts it. That's a big-time play.
5-point lead now for Johnston. Dowling trailing 17-12. 3 team fouls on the Dragons, 2 on Dowling, and now the Maroons a little zone or just kind of a matchup zone. Top of the key for 3, good for Gyamfi. That's her third three-pointer here in the first quarter and her 12th of the year. Dowling underneath, Bowles with a basket, good.
Excellent move there by Bowles with the weak hand.
20-14 Johnston. Gyamfi thinks about the 3, won't shoot it. Bowles tonight with 8 points here in this first quarter. And now a steal by Dowling. Moore with the steal on the bad pass by Aaliyah Riley. Down the lane, her shot no good. And they're going to get her for going
She
over
came
the
back
baseline.
in play from out of bounds. Yep.
Can't be the first one to touch the ball.
Well, I'll tell you, the matchup with Gyamfi is difficult because not only has she proven she can hit from outside, but she's also a little bit quicker than Lexi off the dribble. That's a tough matchup.
14 points now for Gyamfi.
Another 3 for Gyamfi.
And make it 17. I'm running out of room in the first quarter.
Good night.
4 threes in the first quarter for Jada Gyamfi, and just a junior. She hasn't graduated yet. Dowling comes back, and a pull-up jumper just inside the three-point line. Good by Margaret Tobias, her 5th point.
Nice to see her get off to a good start scoring-wise.
7-point lead for Johnston, 23-16. A minute 20 remaining. There's a turnaround shot in the lane, no good by Nelk. But on the save, a putback up and good.
You never save the ball. Try to save the ball under your own basket, or the opponent's basket.
So Nelk gets the basket. That's her first of the night. Dowling with the ball, and a shot no good that time by the Maroons and Lauren Frericks. Rebound out to Johnston, and here is Gyamfi, Jada Gyamfi. Johnston, the number 1 team most of the year until they lost last week to Waukee, and they're playing like it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Gyamfi trying to feed one of her teammates. It'll be Dowling basketball with some substitutions here.
Hey, the hope is this, Mark. The hope is that Gyamfi doesn't score 17 in each and every quarter tonight. You got to believe that she's going to cool off a little bit.
All right, for Dowling in the contest, Olivia Bailey, number 25, a 5'11 senior, will check in. McVeigh has it. And a dribble handoff to Julia Moore, and she draws the foul. That'll be on Kayla Frickenstein, who just checked in for Johnston, a 5'7 senior.
A little bump there in the front court.
Be the 14th foul on the Dragons. 2 on Dowling. 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 25-16 Johnston. McVeigh picks up her dribble off the right elbow, gives it to Moore. Julia underneath, fights for time, and underneath Bailey. A nice pass by Moore, and her shot's no good. Drew the foul. This may be on Nelk.
And an outstanding backdoor cut by Bailey as well.
Oh, excuse me, it's on Hampton.
That's her second. Team's 5th. Bailey's going to get a pair.
Bailey, a 58% free throw shooter. The first one good.
Yep.
Olivia Bailey averaging 3.5 points off the bench, 3 rebounds, made 2 threes on the season, and a 58% free throw. Hits them both.
That away.
2 for 2 is Bailey. And it's 25-18 Johnston by 7. 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, which has been all Jada Gyamfi. 17 of the Dragons' 25. And now the Dragons try to get it inside with Gyamfi not in the game. And McVeigh comes away with the steal. Here's Tobias with it. Down court to Bailey. In the lane, her shot up and no good. She drew the foul.
Yep.
And Aaliyah Riley was in there. Let's see who they
Is it
whistled
14?
on.
Coach's daughter?
Yes, Jellick picks up her second.
Yep.
With 6.4 seconds remaining. Back to the free throw line is Olivia Bailey.
Good aggressiveness there by the Maroons on offense. The makes the first one. The defense for Johnston is very physical. And the Maroons, to their credit, have tried to be aggressive against it.
Second free throw is no good. That's her first miss of the night. And rebound Johnston. Dowling, or rather Johnston by 6. Down court is Riley. Her shot at the horn, no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. The Johnston Dragons 25, Dowling Catholic 19, along with Steve DeVitti. I'm Mark Amadil, along with our studio producer Jeff Pickett. And of course, Devin Taylor and Jeff Stark from CISN as we simulcast tonight, CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Back here at the Dowling Gym alongside Steve DeVitti, Mark Amadale, underway in the second quarter. Number 2 Johnston leading number 9 Dowling, and first basket of the second quarter goes to Gyamfi, and she's had a career first half, 19 points here in the first half. It's 27-19 Dragons. Dowling with the ball. Here's Gipple with it. Over to McVeigh. Dowling trailed by as many as 10 in that first quarter. Got it whittled down to 6 at the quarter break. And now we've got an illegal screen and an offensive foul on Dowling. They're going to get Gipple for the foul, and that'll be her second.
Didn't see that, Mark. On the previous possession, they ran a nice little curl interior screen on Lexi to free up Gyamfi for the layup, and the Maroons didn't get much help there.
Johnston with the basketball. Jellick lobs it in, and inside it goes to the freshman Tanky, and the layup is good.
Mark Tanky's a really good player.
8 points for the freshman. Eileen Tanky. Dowling the other way.
That was
McVeigh.
Ella McVeigh with a reverse layup.
Her first basket of the night.
Nifty move under the hoop there.
29-21, Johnston by 8, 6:45 remaining here in the second quarter. Gosling now for 3, right in front of the Dowling bench. It's no good. Rebound slapped around, and the Maroons can't track it down.
Not quite quick enough there.
Yeah, Wishman had an opportunity. Now Gyamfi with it. Down the lane she goes. Layup is good. Gyamfi with 21 points here in the first half. She had 17 at the end of the first quarter, and Dragons by 10, and we got a holding foul on the Dragons.
Maroons are shooting bonus. That was on number 20.
That's the 17th foul, you're right. So Gosling with her first foul for the 5'6" junior, who's looking at some D2 schools, and she should. Anna, averaging 8.5 points, leads the team with nearly 3 assists for Johnston. And the free throw is no good on the 1-and-1. Bowles the rebound. Her putback is no good. Out of bounds as Gipple was battling in there with Gosling. Out of bounds to Dowling.
Lexi and Emma Gipple were battling. Mark, the last time I saw 17 points in a quarter by an opponent of Dowling was clear back in maybe 07 with John Lamb from Indianola.
Oh, my.
He finished with 35 that night, and I witnessed it again here tonight.
Here's Gipple with the shot, no good.
17 in the first quarter by Jimpy.
And now
Margaret Tobias
picks up the foul.
with a grab in the backcourt.
He's applying pressure even on missed shots. Who was at the free throw line last for Dowling and missed the free throw, Steve?
That was the front end of a 1-and-1 by Tobias.
Okay. I'll make sure I put that in the right box. All right, 31-21, Johnston by 10. They have the basketball. Dragons going left to right towards the north basket here. Here's Tanky for three, and it's no good. Rebound, Ella McVeigh.
Good box out there. Nice job.
We've seen the two smallest gals get the offensive rebounds.
Yep.
McVeigh for Dowling and Buchan for Johnston in this first half. But hustled by both of them. Here's McVeigh with it on the right side. It's cut off, looking for a backdoor cut. Can't find it, leaves it for Gipple. 5.5 remaining in the half. Michael Connor, the Dowling boys coach, will join us at halftime as the jump ball is forced.
Looks like that'll go back to the Maroons on the alternate possession.
And now Gipple will check out, and I believe Julia Moore will check in.
She'll be in for Maddie Wishman. Emma Gipple will also take a blow, trying to keep fresh legs.
And I believe Frericks came in. Lauren
Yes,
Frericks,
she
the
did.
5'9" sophomore, in for Gipple. Inbound the ball to Moore. Julia has it. Now they lob it inside to Bowles. Her shot up, and it's no good. Rolls off the rim. Good defense that time by Jimpy.
Yeah, Jimpy overplayed hard
And
to
a foul.
Lexi Bowles' left side there.
Foul in the backcourt on Dowling. No whistle. Frericks for the foul on the pass. First foul on Frericks. 15th foul on Dowling with 5:17 remaining here in the first quarter. I mentioned Michael Connor, the Dowling boys basketball coach, will join us. He, like the Dowling girls, trying to avenge a loss to this Johnston team. It was scheduled for a Friday night in January, but then it got moved to Saturday, and we were unable to broadcast the game. And now a loose ball fall off the Jimpy miss. Loose ball foul on Johnston. We'll have 1-on-1 coming up for Dowling, and let's see.
Looks like Ella McVeigh.
We'll get Tanky for the foul. Eileen with her first.
Yep. Need to knock these front ends in.
So Bowles will check out. McVeigh will go to the free throw line for Dowling. She has 2 points. She's been on a rather hot streak. She had 10 points in the win, or the loss on Tuesday night to Centennial. Free throw good. She had 16 on the senior night a week ago. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists a week ago tonight against Urbandale.
Yeah, she's really been scoring well lately for the Maroons. I think she's in double figures 3 out of the last 4 games.
Second free throw, no good. McVeigh with 3 points, 31-22. Johnston with the lead. He's led by as many as 10 here in this first half. 4:50 remaining in the half. Tanky with it. Now kicks it out, gets it right back. Her shot up and good, right over Frericks. Tanky with 10 points here in the first half. You see why a freshman starts for Johnston.
Yeah, no, she's a fine talent and do a little bit of everything off the dribble, and she can post up. And
all right, Dowling with the basketball. This is Tobias. Tries to kick it out, and she does to Moore. Julia splits the defenders, goes around Jimpy. The ball is blocked, but a foul called on Johnston. Let's see if they get Jimpy for the
I
body.
think it was Gosling. Number 20.
You're spot on there, Mr. DeVinny, as always. Anna Gosling, her second foul for Johnston.
Give Julia more credit for taking the ball hard off the dribble and trying to get to the rim. She's done a nice job of that. 1 in the bonus coming up for her.
All right, Moore tonight with 3 points. First free throw good for the left-hander. Her twin sister, Sarah, is yet to play. She will be in the rotation. Both sophomores. Sarah at 5'7", Julia, who's shooting right now at 5'6". Second free throw no good. Rebound Dowling. I think that was
Gip kept it alive.
Gipple kept it alive, and then I think she got it back, and the shot off the glass good on the pass inside by Frericks.
Big time play by Gipple.
That's her first basket of the night.
Over the outstretched arms of Jimpy.
33-25, and now a little mismatch there, and the freshman Tanky
she
posted up
yeah,
on Julia Moore.
She posted up on Ella.
Or was it McVeigh? And now underneath Dowling, a shot no good.
Good drive by Tobias. Couldn't get it to go, but excellent drive. Maroons are doing all they can to hang around here. As well as Johnston's played, and they've played incredibly well, the Maroons are kind of hanging tight. It's a 10-point deficit, but they haven't played that poorly yet.
Takey now with 12 points in that last basket as she posted up McVeigh. 35-25, Dragons by 10. That's equals their largest lead of the first half. 3:40 remaining during the second quarter. And now a little high-low. Gosling's pass underneath, too.
Right, yeah, it was intended for Riley. She had posted up Margaret Tobias, but Margaret was working hard to get around her, and did a good job of working hard on defense to make that play go awry for Johnston.
Aaliyah Riley, 5'8" freshman who was posting up inside. Now a little give and go underneath, reverse layup. Good! That's McVeigh with her 5th point.
Excellent back cut.
With her glove hand.
Yep.
The left hand.
Excellent back cut. Boy, that's good ball movement by the Maroons.
Here's Nelk with it on the right block. Guarded by Frerichs. Ball poked away and loose. McVeigh, who else? On the bottom of the pile, and Dowling gets a timeout out of it.
Nice hustle. With
3:11 left to go, this will be a 30-second timeout called by Dowling.
The 50-50 balls, the Maroons got to it.
35-27. Johnston with the lead over Dowling Catholic here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Mark Embedale, Steve Devaney. Want to thank Ashford Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Mercy One, our supporters here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And Mr. Devaney, I think we could probably start talking postseason here momentarily for Johnston.
Yep.
They're the number 2 seed overall in Class 5A, and they will start out their region taking on Des Moines Lincoln 1 week from tomorrow at the Johnston Gym at 7 o'clock. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will be home also, and they will start out their postseason against the winner of Linn-Mar and the Cedar Rapids Prairie Hawks here at the Dowling Gym, also a week from tomorrow. So that's a look at some of the postseasons for both these teams playing tonight, Johnston and Dowling. Bowles with the ball, shot off the glass too strong. Gipple fight for the rebound. It's poked away and picked up by Aaliyah Riley, and here comes Johnston. Riley in transition, leads for Gosling. Fakes the shot, now they throw it in the backcourt, and it'll be over and back on the Dragons. Good defense that time by the Maroons as they recovered from that.
Very good defense. Now getting the ball back with 2:44 in the half with a chance to cut that deficit to 6.
So for Johnston, the gals, if they get by Lincoln, they play the winner of the other bracket. Council Bluffs, Lincoln, and Jefferson will meet Indianola. And seeded-wise, it's an Indianola-Johnston matchup for the right to go to state. On Dowling's side, the Maroons would have to go to Cedar Rapids, Washington, the top seed in their region. Corner 3, good from the right baseline, and that is Ella McVeigh. And she's starting to feel it. She has 10 points here in the first half.
Dribble drive kick there by Gipple. Nice assist. She knocked it in.
35-30. Dowling's got it down to 5. And a shot in the baseline, no good. Long rebound out to Johnston. Riley with it. Tries to leave it to the trail, Natalie Carey, and she wasn't expecting the pass. Dowling with it. Gipple down court against Tanky. Her shot up and rolls through. Tanky might have got a piece of it. The timeout, Johnston.
Hey. Wow.
Gipple with her 4th point, and we've got a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Mark Embedale, Steve Devaney here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Devin Taylor and Jeff Stark.
So much
Producer
for
and
our
TV.
sponsors tonight, huh, Mark? I mean, there's no full timeouts. So if you're a sponsor, we just have to talk about you because we're not going to go. We're not going to give you any airtime.
Well, for Iowa Catholic Radio, they include Construction Professionals, Kemen, and Mercy One. And I want to thank the folks at Mercy One. They got me back after that COVID back in early January. They did a great job. I feel great. I don't look as good as I used to, but they can't help that.
That's debatable, Mark. Mercy did all they could. Now, listen, back to basketball.
Yes.
Maroons were down by 10, 11.
Somewhere in there, yep.
They've cut it now to 3, and they've turned Johnston over 3 of the last 4 possessions. McVeigh with a deep 3. They're really playing. It's a gutsy performance so far by the Maroons.
Well, Coach Jellick hasn't put his starters back in. Natalie Carey's still in there, along with Riley, who has the ball now. It's a 3-point Johnston lead, and now here's Jimfy for 3 left wing. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Wishman with the rebound. Here's Julia Moore with it. They're looking inside to Bowles, and there's a mismatch there, and now they switch back. Does Jimfy and Carey, and we got a whistle and a holding foul called on Jimfy.
That's a good call.
Maroons making a little bit of a run. That's her 2nd foul on Jimfy. So
team's 10th. We have a double bonus there for Bowles coming up.
So 3 starters for Johnston. Jellick, Gosling, and Gyamfi all with 2 fouls. Hampton off the bench with 2 fouls. Dragons now with 10 fouls have put Dowling in the double bonus, and the first free throw by Bowles is no good, and that's something that she has not struggled with. She's a 78% free throw shooter on the season. Those are Steve DeVinny numbers.
Well, that was a good soft touch. It just happened to roll off the front of the rim.
Second free throw by Bowles is good. So she has 9 points here in the first half, and it's 35-33, Johnston by 2. Zoe Buchan back into the Johnston lineup. And she dribbles across the timeline, leaves it for the right side. That's Nelk. Nelk guarded by McVeigh. Now in the corner it goes. This is Hampton with it. Back to Nelk. They play catch on the right side, and we got a whistle and a foul away from the action on Dowling.
Wishman was holding, I guess.
That's what they got.
Team 6th.
So 16 foul on Dowling, and Johnston went down the ball. Leading by 2 with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in the half here, Steve.
Maroons have really been getting after it on defense, overplaying, passing lanes.
All right, on the baseline, a shot missed everything. It's no good by Riley. Rebound Dowling and Bowles. Maroons a chance to tie or take the lead with 1 minute remaining in the half. This is Moore with it, and she nearly had it stripped away from her by Zoe Buchan. It'll be out of bounds to Dowling. McVeigh will throw it in. It's McVeigh, Moore, Gipple, the 3 guards, along with Lexi Bowles and Maddie Wishman. Here's Gipple.
Gyamfi's out of the game now, and so Bowles has a lesser.
Now underneath, Bowles with the pass to Gipple, layup good, and we're tied at 35 with 40 seconds. How about that play?
Incredible assist there. Wraparound pass by Bowles.
Gipple with 6 points, Bowles with the assist. 30 seconds to play, and again, 3 Johnston starters with 2 fouls sitting on the bench right now. Here's Riley with it. Or check that. That was Hampton with it, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath.
Is that Bowles?
On Dowling.
Yep, Lexi Bowles on the arm, her first. Team 7th. Looks like they'll shoot 2.
So shooting foul, there'll be 1-1 here for Johnston. It's Molly Nelk. And the first free throw is good. Nelk with 3 points. She's an 80% free throw shooter on the year. And hits the first free throw. Second one coming, also good. 4 points for Nelk off the bench. The Johnston lead is 2 with 20 seconds remaining, and Dowling now bringing it across the timeline. Isabella Balsley in, number 2 for Johnston, a 5'5" freshman. 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 5 seniors on this Johnston squad. I think we've seen most of them here in the first half. Bowles turns, catch and shoot, scores. Lexi Bowles ties the ball game as she went right over Emma Hampton, and we are tied at halftime. Bowles with her 11th point here, Steve DeVinny, with Dowling tying the number 2 team in the state, 37-all, Dowling and Johnston.
Yeah, you know, the Maroons, as I said earlier, down 10 or 12 points, and we had a hunch, we were hopeful at least, that Gyamfi wouldn't score 17 points each and every quarter. She cooled off, and she only had 4 points in the second quarter. She had to go to the bench with those 2 fouls. And give the Maroons a lot of credit for the guts and the effort and the defense that they played with in that second quarter. I mean, that was a tremendous, tremendous comeback on a team that got off to a big, big lead. Johnston certainly threw the first punch, but the Maroons have answered nicely here.
They certainly have. Dowling outscored Johnston 18-12 in that second quarter after being down 25-19 at the end of the first quarter. So we're tied at halftime, 37-all, Dowling and Johnston here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. We'll be back with our halftime guest, assistant coach Nick Wagner of the Dowling boys basketball team will join us. Along with Steve DeVinny, I'm Mark Amadale, Jeff Piggott, our studio producer, and our thanks to our CISN staff, Devin Taylor, our producer, and our cameraman, Jeff Stark. Back with halftime here from the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Back here at the Dowling gym, halftime score, we're tied at 37. Number 2 Johnston, number 9 Dowling here in this girls contest. Mark Amadale now joined by Nick Wagner from the Dowling boys basketball staff. And Coach Wagner, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming back up. And you know what? You did so well the first time earlier this week at the Centennial game. You got the W. And you're back up here. I guess so says OC.
Yeah, I guess I'll keep coming up as long as we play the way we had on Tuesday. So.
Yeah. Well, you got Johnston tonight for the second time this year. And I know last month the game was originally scheduled for Friday, moved to Saturday, and it was all Dragons, and they've had quite a year. I mean, you look at the team, they're 8-2. They're 4th ranked in Class 4A. They got a nice squad, and I like their guards. Lewis, Kramer, and Grant, tough to guard, and this is probably one team that may match Dowling's height a little bit if you look at, pound for pound, and that makes it a tough matchup.
Yeah, they're really talented, especially at the guard position. I mean, they can drive it and they can shoot it. And when you have that combination of guys that can really penetrate and kick out to shooters, it's a tough guard. But, they run the same style of offense that we do, so we know what to expect. Because we face it every day in practice. So now it's just a matter of identifying their personnel and sticking to our game plan and see if we can go out and execute and win our one-on-one battles defensively.
Well, what'd you learn that last month when you played them over at Johnston on that Saturday afternoon? I know we just got over a storm on that Friday night, so the game was postponed, so you had an extra day. And what'd you learn from that game and the loss over at Johnston?
Well, you got to come and you got to play 32 minutes. I mean, Coach wasn't with us that game, and so he was able to watch from home. And much like he saw, we all saw the same thing. We showed up at 2:15 for a 145 game. It was a tough first half for us. Once we settled in and got a little bit more production in the second half, we played with them and we were right there. It was just we were a little sluggish in the first half, but I think the kids will come out tonight with a lot more energy because we're playing better basketball right now. And you start playing better, you get more confidence, specifically when you're shooting the basketball the way we have the last few games. Offensively, things seem to roll a lot smoother, and ultimately kids just have that confidence that they know exactly what's going to happen when they step out on the floor.
I think I noticed in our keys to the game that we'll have for the boys contest, but Johnston just dominates the boards. They've only been out-rebounded one game this year, and they average 11 turnovers. Transversely, for Dowling, you guys have knocked down 22 threes here in the last couple games against Urbandale and 8th-ranked Centennial, but you're averaging just 11 turnovers. So that's good news, but unfortunately, Johnston loves the boards, and they've been pretty successful on it this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're athletic. I mean, they have, with Rocky underneath and then Kramer and Reed Grant and Borwick, those kids really work hard, and they really attack the glass. And, they're always in position. I think they have a really good feel for the game, and, they find themselves in position, and they get the rebounds, and they're able to get second chance opportunities. So we have to do a better job tonight of identifying shooters, closing out hard, and then when we close out and when they do release it, we got to stay with them, and we got to block them out. We got to go attack the basketball, get it, and look to push.
Well, Coach, last game against Centennial, you beat them by 18 here Tuesday night. You had 4 players in double figures, and you had one young man, Simon Daniel, who was 1 point away from being in double figures. I haven't seen a Dowling team that balanced in scoring from everybody contributing, but shooting well. And it starts with the dribble drive and the kick out to the baseline for the long threes. Gredicke and Simon Daniel are just knocking those down.
Well, it's contagious, and Simon struggled a little bit earlier in the year from beyond the three-point line, had some good looks. We see him every day in practice, and he can shoot it. And now you're starting to see it translate in the games. It's part of just staying with it and believing in yourself and that you're going to knock those down. And we think we have capable shooters, and we've shown that the last few games. And it's just a matter of seeing it go through the hoop. And once we get rolling, everybody starts feeling good, and they're quicker to shoot it, and they're shooting it with confidence. And ultimately, that's the way we want to be playing here towards the end of the season and get into the sub-state time.
That's a tremendous word, confidence, and being healthy. And I think OC told me between games, I think last week, he said, we're healthy for the first time in a while, not only as a staff, because he was gone, as you mentioned, over at Johnston the first time. Not that you and Coach Nahas could do anything about that. You guys did a great job. You were there for the win against Valley. But having everybody together and having a lot of confidence, this team is really growing. And the one thing I like seeing, Nick, is when you had some of the reserves in against Centennial in the latter moments of fourth quarter, those starters were the biggest cheerleaders in the gym that night.
Yeah, our kids really get along well. And, the kids that don't play as much on Tuesday and Friday nights, when they get their opportunity, they're in the gym working just as hard every day as our starters. And they deserve that opportunity. And when good things happen, it's good to see that we have the kids that play more often support them, because they work every bit as hard as our kids that play a lot of minutes, and they deserve that opportunity, so it's good to see the support when they get out there.
Well, I know you and Coach Nahas love coaching those JV games, because a lot of times you get those juniors who haven't got a lot of playing time on varsity nights. Well, they get a shine in those JV games. I know you guys do. That's a big part of the development. You don't like seeing those games canceled, and I know you've got some kids that'll be coming through here in the next few years.
Yep, we just got to keep, JV games are great because you get out, you get a chance to compete. I mean, we compete in practice every day, but playing against somebody else is so important, just to know where you stack up, and then, to compete against a different school, kids that kids that you played against in the past, really helps their confidence as they continue to develop and they grow into, their senior or their junior year, depending upon, what type of personnel we have on the JV team.
Coach Wagner, I appreciate you taking time to come up here for the second time. I think OC thinks you're good luck after what happened Tuesday.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight. So it can change in a minute, but I hope that I expect that we come out and play well tonight.
Nick Wagner, thanks for all you do. 14 years here with OC out of his 15. Appreciate all you do behind the scenes. Thanks to you and your family for being a part of the Dowling basketball program.
Yeah, you bet, Mark. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's Nick Wagner, assistant coach at Dowling. Boys contest is coming up after the girls. Halftime right now, 37-all, Dowling and Johnston. And we'll be back with the second half in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Dowling Gym, along with Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadil. I want to thank Nick Wagner, Dowling boys assistant coach, for joining us here at halftime of the girls contest, with Dowling and Johnston tied at 37 here at halftime of the 5A rematch of a game that happened last month. And we're tied at 37. Second-ranked Johnston and number 9 Dowling Catholic. Both teams in different and opposite regions in postseason. Now a three-pointer up and good by the Dragons as they drill it from the right wing, and that is Zoe Buchan. That's her first basket of the ball game here, Steve.
Mark, in the first half, only 3 players for the Johnston Dragons scored those 37 points.
Now Bulls' pass stolen away by Jimfy. Both teams going with their starting 5. Now Johnston with the ball as Gosling gets it inside. Now they kick it out to Jimfy for 3. Good. She continues her hot hand. She had 21 at halftime, and she now has 24. Another made 3. 43-37, Johnston.
That's her 5th three-point goal of the game.
And we got traveling on the baseline called against Dowling Catholic as Tobias called for the travel. It'll be Johnston basketball, and they're on a 6-0 run to start the second half here with the pair of three-pointers.
Similar to the start of the ball game, we're seeing it here again in the second half. Maroons are going to have to withstand it.
There's Jellick with it, gets it over in the corner to Buchan for three. It's no good. Rebound comes out to Dowling. Tobias with the rebound. Dowling running down court, and a shot off the glass, good. That's Gipple with the basket. A nice assist that time by Tobias.
Good transition basket, and now a steal by Margaret Tobias. The Dragons got a little sloppy with it.
Gipple had 6 points at halftime, now with 8 points, 43-39 Johnston. All alone, top of the three for three. It's Tobias, no good. Rebound Dowling. Putback is no good by Wishman, and the rebound Jimpy of Johnston.
Yeah, she heard footsteps there. She tried to get the putback in. Jimpy was coming down the lane hard at her.
I think you are correct there, Mr. DeVinny. Not that you're wrong too often. Buchan with it. Get over in the corner to Anna Gosling. Mark Amadale and Steve DeVinny bringing you the broadcast on Iowa Catholic Radio as we simulcast with CISN. And now a corner three after a dribble penetration is good by Zoe Buchan, who was held scoreless in the first half, Steve.
They have a lot of weapons. That's why they're number 2 in the state.
Yeah. Buchan averaging 3.5 points a contest. She has a pair of threes.
How about Gipple behind the arc?
And she is not known for that. That is just her second three of the year.
Outstanding. Left her alone and she knocked it in.
11 points for Emma Gipple of Dowling. It's 46-42. Johnston by 4. They've led by double figures in the first half. And now underneath, a shot up, no good by Tanky. And a whistle and a foul on the rebound on Dowling. Is it going to get McVeigh, or are they going to get
looks like Ella.
McVeigh. McVeigh with her first foul, and 2 free throws coming for the freshman, Lee Tanky, at 5'11", who had 12 points in the first half, 6 field goals.
Yeah, I thought maybe she pushed off a little bit on that first shot attempt and then got the offensive board.
First free throw no good. Tanky, one of the top free throw shooters on this Johnston team. That's the thing. You get such a lead, and they average 74% at the free throw lines. The second free throw is good. Tanky with 13 points now. Dowling with the basketball in the front court. Here's Gipple on the right block. Guarded by Jellick, the coach's daughter. They work the right side. The Maroons have Tobias with the ball, top of the key. Guarded by Gosling. Now they swing it over to Julia Moore, who just checked in. Over in the left wing, corner three, no good. Missed everything. That's Tobias, but the rebound, Dowling, and a foul.
Anticipated.
Jimpy with the foul. That's her third.
That's if you're a Maroon player or fan, that's a big deal. Her picking up her third early in the third quarter.
So free throws coming for Lexi Bowles. First one up and good. Lexi now with 12 points. She had 11 at halftime.
Bowles caught the air ball three attempt and put it back up quickly and got fouled there.
Second free throw rolls through. 13 points for Bowles.
Back to within 3.
It's 47-44. Johnston leading Dowling. 4:40 remaining here in the third quarter from the Dowling jib. Lob inside to Jellick, and it's stolen away. Weak side help that time by McVeigh with the steal.
I think Tobias got a piece of it too. Excellent job, weak side help.
Now Moore tries to throw the ball inside to Bowles, and a jump and a tie-up occurred and a jump ball.
Go back to the Maroons as the second half was started in possession there with Johnston.
4.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. Dowling will throw the ball in. McVeigh will throw it in. Let's see what they have set up. Here's Moore with it. Julia trying to get it inside the Bulls. Can't do it because Jimpy is guarding her. Here's Gipple with it. Top of the key to McVeigh. And a man defense by Johnson. McVeigh coming off a ball screen by Bowles. Gets to the baseline and she stepped out of bounds. She ran out of real estate and tried to dump it off inside of Tobias.
It was a really good screen there by Lexi, but coach is on her a little bit right now because she didn't roll to the basket. Jimpy was forced onto a switch with McVeigh, and she took her down to the baseline, but there was nothing there for the roll.
Johnson with the basketball. They lead by 3 with 4 minutes remaining. A whistle and a foul called as Buchan again. She's been the spark plug here in the second half for Johnston. Goes to the basket and draws the foul. Julia Moore with her second foul. But Buchan, no points in the first half. Matter of fact, she was sitting on the bench until some of the other starters started getting into foul trouble. Came in at the last part of the first half and kind of quarterbacked the team. Now she's scoring. She now has 7 points with that first free throw.
You know, no surprise. Coach is going to give Gymphy some time off with those 3 fouls. No surprise that the Johnston Dragons have so many weapons offensively. And only 3 kids scored in that first half, but you can see how talented they are as Buchan comes in with 8 quick points here in the third quarter.
And how balanced they are. Both free throws good by Buchan. But here's Bowles getting loose. She let her team go through the different avenues, and Lexi shoots and scores. She now has 15 to lead Dowling.
Straight line drive there to the left side of the lane, her strength, because Gymphy's not in there to protect the rim. It's a big deal.
Gosling over to Buchan again for 3. It's no good. Rebound Dowling and Julia Moore. Sophomore with the rebound. We got a blocking foul called on the Dragons.
Good call there.
Buchan will pick up the foul. That's her first.
Mark, I've got trivia for you. Julia Moore with that rebound right there.
Okay.
A bench player, not even a starter, is the 3rd leading rebounder for the Maroons this year. I was looking at some stats today online. Who leads the team in rebounding? Would you take Lexi or would you take the Swiss Army knife, Emma Gipple?
I would say Gipple and Bowles are close together.
Gipple, this surprised the heck out of me. I'm not trying to act like I know it all. Gipple's ahead by 40 rebounds over second place Bowles.
Really?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I would never have guessed
Me
it.
either.
Corner 3 by Julia Moore for Dowling, no good. Long rebound out to Dowling. Maroons track it down, and that's Tobias with it.
I would have been like you. I thought they were about even. Really.
Yeah. And here is Moore again for 3 in the corner. It's good, and we're tied at 49.
Wow. Maroons are really, this is a gutsy effort by the Maroons, I'm telling you.
7 points for Julia Moore off the bench for Dowling. Maroons are really getting after it defensively, trying to get after this number 2 team in the state, defending state champs, Johnston Dragons. With the ball is Buchan. Nearly had it stolen away. Retrieves it. On the right wing, it's Nelk. She lobs it inside. And a shot off the back foot, good by Emma Hampton. Boy, they just get contributions from everyone. Hampton with her first 2 points of the night for Johnston.
You're not kidding. Good inside move by her in traffic. Are they back in a 2-3 zone now at the Dragons? Looks like they're kind of sagging back in. Or playing a soft man.
Yeah, they're just a lot of help defense. Now, 3-pointer by Gipple, no good. Ball slapped around, and here's Hampton with the rebound. Pressure in the backcourt by Dowling. Here's Buchan with it. Dribbles between the legs and now gets it across the timeline. With 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. Second-ranked Johnston 51, ninth-ranked Dowling 49. Class 5A, CIML Central Conference battle. 3-pointer up and good. That's Kinsey Jellick with the 3, her first 3 of the night. Her 4th of the year.
Oh, boy. Just when the Maroons can get this deficit cut into, then somebody else ends up hurting you for the Dragons.
Double dribble on Gipple.
Unforced error there by the Maroons.
Buchan kind of thought about reaching in and enough to mess up the dribbling technique of Gipple, so turnover against Dowling as Tobias will check out. And McVeigh back in, also for Johnston now for a substitution. Isabella Balsley, the 5'5 freshman, will check out or check in, and the other freshman, Eileen Tanky, will check out. She has 13 points.
So the 2 leading scorers right now for the Dragons are on the bench. You'd like to see if the Maroons can kind of cut into this deficit.
I think Coach Jellick, and 9 years at Johnston and a state title, I think he wants to see, he's got a lead, and he's going to let these kids get the extended break, the 1-minute quarter break, and then the final minute 15 here of the third quarter. Now
that might be right. They're conferring here. Looks like Maroon basketball.
Nope.
Yeah, they're going to overturn it.
They're going to overturn it.
Yeah.
And Coach Jellick now pleading his case, say, hey, what do I have to do to get one of these?
Well, the main thing is, regardless of whose favor that call goes, you just got to see if you can get it right.
And they did.
I think they did too.
I think so too. 54-49. Johnston by 5. 65 seconds remaining. And a shot by Gipple is no good. Jellick may have had a hand on it.
Yep, good defense there by Jellick.
And the rebound out to Johnston. Here's Jellick, top of the key. Swings it over to the right side. It's Ilea Riley, 5'8 freshman. Her and Jellick play catch. Now they get up to Balsley. Back to Jellick. Dowling stays man-to-man. On the corner it goes. This is Riley. No, check that. This is Hampton, I'm sorry. They lob it into Hampton. In the lane, shot up the glass too strong. Rebound Dowling.
Excellent box out by Wishman. There you go.
Gipple with the loose ball.
Maroons weren't doing that early in the game.
25 seconds remaining. Latter stages of the third quarter. Johnston by 5. Dowling with the basketball. Bulls in the right baseline. Spins in the right block. Shot off the glass. Good. She had help defense come in from Jellick, but she got the shot to fall.
Excellent help defense by Jellick. I thought maybe she was going to draw a charge, but great conversion there in the paint, in traffic by Bulls.
17 points for Bulls. And now a steal by Moore.
Overplayed.
Julia down court, the left hand layup up, and it's no good, but she drew the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2.
The Maroons, what a gutsy performance.
With no time left on the clock, we'll keep it here.
Unbelievable. Her third foul for Jellick. Team's third at the buzzer. They'll clear the free throw line, or the lane, and Julia is going to get 2.
First free throw by Moore, no good. Julia tonight with 7 points. Misses the first free throw, as you mentioned. Second one on the way is no good.
Not too bad.
So we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Johnston 54, Dowling Catholic 51 in the CIML Central Conference Girls game. And we'll be back in 1 minute here on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Back here at the Dowling Gym as we simulcast tonight with CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale alongside Steve DeVinny. We start the fourth quarter with these two top 10 teams out of Class 5A meeting for the second time. Johnston won the first meeting 61-44 back on Saturday, January 16th last month. And the rematch is tonight. And the Dragons lead by 3, and they have their starters back in who have been battling foul trouble for the Dragons tonight, Steve.
Yep, very, very aggressive defensively, and they've been bumping and grabbing and reaching a little bit, but their aggressiveness is what's gotten them to this point in the season.
Dragons with 3 team fouls, Dowling with 2, a long 3, no good after taking a lot of time off the clock. Gosling missed the 3 and it went out of bounds to Dowling.
Excellent ball movement, had the open look that they wanted, and just couldn't knock it down.
Johnston outscored Dowling 17-14 in that third quarter. Maroons are 12 of 20 at the free throw line. Johnston 6 of 9. Now shot in the lane, no good. Ball off the foot.
And that's Gipple fighting
of
with
Gyamfi.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like off the knee of Gyamfi, says our official.
Gipple's fighting with Gyamfi.
It's a good battle. A couple of players that are going to battle it out. Of course, Bowles, the Illinois State Redbird basketball recruit, and Gyamfi, the future University of Iowa. Uncontested layup, good. Are you kidding? Tobias?
Margaret Tobias.
She has 8 points.
Excellent move.
54-53 Johnston.
The help defense did not come, Mark.
I did not see it, yeah. I think Coach Jellick was wondering what happened. The rotation didn't happen, but here's Johnston leading by 1 in the basketball. Buchan with it. Lob pass underneath, and that is Tanky. Layup good. She got around Gipple that time.
Excellent high-low. She posted Gip up, and great pass from the exterior.
15 points for the freshman I-League Tanky of Johnston, 5'11". 56-53, Dragons by 3. We approach the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Johnston has 4 timeouts remaining. Dowling with 3 fouls. Johnston 3, Dowling 2. Here's Gipple with it. Goes in against Jellick, stops, keeps her pivot foot, kicks it back out to Tobias.
Good patience by the Maroons.
And now a whistle and a foul on the reverse pass by Buchan, and that'll be her second foul.
Team 4.
So Molly Nelk will check back in for Johnston.
In the first half, we were shooting free throws. There was 4 fouls. So far in the second half, neither team is in the bonus with 5:52 to go.
And then Gosling will sit down. So Nelk for Gosling in the Johnston lineup. 5:45 remaining. Johnston by 3, Dowling with the ball. Now reach around and a steal by Buchan. 2-on-2, and now the foul on the breakaway. Tobias commits the foul for Dowling. She had the ball stolen away from her by Buchan. So 3 team fouls on Dowling, as you mentioned, 4 for Johnston. The Dragons will inbound the ball with Gymphy. They'll lob it into Jellick. Kinsey with it. Now back to Gymphy on the reverse pass by Buchan. Johnston being very patient. Dowling stays man-to-man. Gymphy dribbles the right elbow. Kicks it out to Buchan for 3. It's good! Zoe Buchan with another 3. That's 3 of them tonight. She's got 11 points and a timeout on the floor, and this might be a minute. That's all they have left. It is.
Yep, full timeout.
We'll take a 1-minute break. 5:24 remaining fourth quarter. And it's Johnston 59, Dowling 53 on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Here at the Dowling gym alongside Steve DeVinny, Mark Amadale. Out of the timeout, Dowling with the basketball. A shot no good. Rebound saved from going out of bounds by Emma Gipple. Now they get out the Bowles for 3. It's good! Right over Gymphy. Lexi Bowles with her 20th point of the night.
It's a big basket to get the Maroons back within 3. Just under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Nice play and nice execution.
That's Bowles' second 3 of the night. And that is just her 5th of the year, so she's hit 2 of her 5 in this contest.
You know, Mark, all night long in the scouting report, Johnston has laid off our 3-point shooters. Almost begged the Maroons to shoot those shots from beyond the arc all night.
And the statistics back that up, and that makes sense. Now here's Gymphy with it, backs in against Bowles. They kick it out to Tanky for 3, and it's good, just like that. Tanky with her 18th point for the freshman. That's her first 3 of the night.
Talented player. Down 6 here.
Here's Gipple. Down the left
Nice
side.
spin.
Shot the glass. Good. Right around. Jellick goes
Nice.
Emma Gipple.
Nice spin move by Gip.
She's got 13 points. And it's 62-58. Johnston over Dowling. Under 4 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter. Quarter 3. Good. By the Dragons. Left alone was Molly Nelk and a timeout Dowling.
You know, this is reminiscent of what happened in the fourth quarter of the other night against Centennial, Mark.
We'll take a 1-minute break, a full timeout with Johnston leading 65-58, 3:50 remaining fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Again here at the Dowling gym, Mark Himadale and Steve DeVinny out of the timeout. A corner three, no good by McVeigh, and Gyamfi with the rebound for Johnston. Dragons lead by 7 with 3.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maroons got a good look at it. McVeigh was knocking down threes. Back comes the Dragons and knocking down a three that rolls around and through is Buchan. Zoe Buchan with her fourth three of the night. She's got 14 points all in the second half, Steve.
Yeah, not much you can say. I mean, they all of a sudden have caught fire from beyond the arc.
And here's McVeigh for three. It's no good. Rebound Molly Nelk, the sophomore with the rebound.
One and done for the Maroons.
Yep. Buchan with the rebound, or with the ball, and gets it to Gyamfi. And they're going to play catch in the perimeter. Dowling kind of in their scramble defense, if you will. Leading by 10 is Johnston with 2:50 remaining. Buchan with it, out to Jellick. Buchan and Jellick, that's part of the coaching staff.
Yep.
Shad, the head coach, and Buchan's dad, Brad, the other assistant for Johnston. Mark Hine, also on the bench. Team that won 22 straight games before Waukee got them last week. And they take some air out of the basketball, and then they put up a three by Nelk that's good. And she come on fire. She's got 10 points off the bench and a full timeout called by Dowling. We'll take a 1-minute break. With 2:23 remaining in the fourth quarter, 71-58. Johnston leading Dowling here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
And back at the Dowling gym out of the Maroon timeout. They have one left. The Maroons have the basketball. Julia Moore for three in the corner. It's good. So Julia Moore, Dowling hasn't quit yet. Shoots and scores.
You know they won't quit, but now they're going to have to start doing some fouling. They only have 3 team fouls. They're going to have to foul in a hurry to get the Dragons to the line.
McVeigh picks up the foul. That's her second.
Team fourth. We're going to see a lot of fouling going on here in the next few seconds of this ball game.
The basket by Moore was her 10th point of the night. She's hit a pair of threes. A 2-point basket and 2 for 5 at the free throw line is Julia. 71-61, Johnston. Dragons get across the timeline. Buchan leaves it underneath for Riley and a foul on the pass.
Good foul by Bowles before the shot.
So Alexi her second.
Team fifth.
Got one game in the books tonight, and it was the Valley girls defeating Urbandale 55-35 at the Valley.
Must have been a matinee game, Mark.
Yeah, they started at 5 also.
Okay.
Now, Johnston with the ball. Maroons with their 15th foul. Johnston with 14 fouls. Timeouts. Dragons have 3. Dowling has 1. Riley with it down the lane, and she draws the foul.
Oh, now they're going to call a shooting foul.
Yeah, they are.
Gee whiz, I thought it was before the shot.
Bowles picks up the foul. That's her third.
Well, number 23, Riley, will have a couple free throw attempts.
Aaliyah Riley, a 69% free throw shooter on the season, looking for her first point tonight. The free throw is good. Aaliyah, another freshman. They dress 3 freshmen and they play them. Does Chad Jellick. The defending 5A champs, Coach Jellick, in his 9th year at Johnston, was at Mason City for a while. Then he was the assistant over at Waukee. before getting the head coach when Coach Gradeville retired at Johnston.
They haven't missed here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 73-61. Johnston with the lead. The ball poked out of bounds by good hustle by Eiley Tanky. Yeah, they're a 74% shooting free throw team, and they can knock them down. Now the ball entered and a foul.
Nelk.
And so Nelk will pick up the foul, her first. Team foul number
5. Yep.
5 on Johnston. Dowling with 6.
Got to go quick here,
McVeigh
Maroons.
for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Ball
Wishman.
tipped in the hands to Wishman, and the putback no good. Ball goes out of bounds. They give it to Dowling.
Yeah, having to shoot over the outstretched arms of Jimpy for those guards created problems on both of our attempts there in that possession.
Right, Tobias in, so the Maroons are going to get their shooters in. They take more out. I thought Julius done a pretty good job shooting. Who do you take out? They're all shooters. 73-61. Johnston with their largest lead of 12 points right now over Dowling. Second-ranked Dragons and ninth-ranked Maroons here in the girls' game. Underneath Bowles, her shot up but no good. Nice pass that time by the Maroons, but
great pass by Gipp.
Couldn't get it to count.
23.
Riley picks up a foul.
Team 6th.
So Bowles will go to the line. She has 20 points to lead Dowling tonight.
Yeah, for the Maroons to have much hope, you have to make baskets, or make points rather, with the clock stopped. So that was a big play.
First free throw is good. There's Moore back in for the Maroons.
Offensive, defensive.
And Wishman will sit down. Second free throw by the left-hander Bowles is good. She has 22 points to lead Dowling tonight. 73-63 Dragons. And now across the timeline, Nelk is double teamed, and a timeout called by Chad Jellick and the Johnston Dragons. And it'll have to be a minute because they used all their 30s in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute break. 73-63 Johnston with 58 seconds remaining here at the Dowling Gym, along with Steve DeVinny, Mark Amadeo here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as Johnston inbounds the ball after calling timeout, and the Maroons commit the foul. Did they whistle that on McVeigh?
That was Bailey.
Oh, Bailey's in there, number 25.
As you said, 1st and 10, it was quite a collision.
It was.
And now Riley will have a 1 and a bonus here for the Dragons.
Leah Riley, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. First one up and good. These are freshmen knocking them down to close out games for the Dragons. You wonder why they shoot 75%.
Yeah, very, very talented team, very skilled in terms of their shooting. We've witnessed that tonight.
Second free throw, no good. Dowling with the rebound, and that is Lexi Bowles.
Got to go quick.
Let's get the ball down court.
There
Tobias with it for 3. It's no good. Too strong, and Tobias gets her own rebound.
Make it or miss it. You got to go quick.
Underneath McVeigh, and she's guarded by Buchan. It's stolen away. Loses the ball, and Buchan has it in the backcourt with 35 seconds. Here's Jimpy with it, and she's fouled by Julia Moore. That'll be her 3rd. Now, I talked to Coach Jellick, Chad Jellick, 9th year at Johnston. I talked to him earlier. He says, Mark, I actually have 7 starters. I said, well, how do you decide that? He says, well, sometimes in practice, sometimes by feel, sometimes by matchup. And you can see why. He's got 10 kids that contribute and maybe more. It's amazing.
Yeah, we talked about the depth early on tonight, and they sure have it.
Jimpy's free throw is no good, but rebounded by Johnston. They work underneath, and the shot off the glass rolls through by Molly Nelk. And Nelk off the bench with 12 points. And it's 76-63, Johnston by 13. This is their largest lead of the night. And now shot no good by Dowling. And that might do it. Both teams may call off the press and the fouls. We'll see. 76-63. Number 2 Johnston leading number 9 Dowling. Both teams advance to the postseason. They'll play 1 week from tomorrow. Dowling will get the winner of the Cedar Rapids Prairie and Linn-Mar game, which will be played Wednesday. And Johnston, they will play Gilbert on Tuesday. They're 10th ranked in 4A, and then host Des Moines Lincoln. Final score 76-63. Johnston with the win over Dowling Catholic. The Maroons' record falls to 9-6, and that's what they'll go to postseason with. They are the number 2 seed in their region, with Cedar Rapids, Washington, the 8th seed overall, with a record of 12-2. That would be their region. For Johnston, they improved their record to 13-1, and they will move on to postseason play. They'll host Des Moines Lincoln next Saturday night, on Saturday, February 20th, and the game will start at 7 o'clock at Johnston. We'll take a break, come back with the postgame show along with Steve DeVinny. I'm Mark Amadeo. Final score for the girls contest in Class 5A, a CIML Central Conference matchup. Second time these two teams have met, and Johnston sweeps the series as they defeat Dowling 76-63. We'll start our postgame show when we return here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Jim, Mark Amadeo along with Steve DeVinny as our final score in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. It was the Johnston Dragons, second ranked and defending state champs in Class 5A, knocking off the Dowling Catholic Gals, who are ranked 9th in 5A. Final score 76-63 here at the Dowling Gym. And Mr. DeVinny, it was all Johnston. The Maroons got it tied. They were with them at halftime. We went into halftime tied at 37. Maroons closed it down in the third quarter, but they just couldn't get over the hump because Johnston kept firing so many missiles at the Maroons, and they answered the bell each and every time. Hats off to Chad Jellick and the Dragons.
Yeah, if you want to pull out the tape of the Centennial game the other night on Tuesday, 3 nights ago, these were almost identical. Maroons played their tails off both games. To no fault of their own, the other team just happened to get red hot there in the fourth quarter. Johnston Dragons in the fourth quarter had 5 3-pointers, and just a barrage. I mean, it was the Maroons really went toe-to-toe with these guys, but Johnston Dragons got super hot from a bunch of kids that really hadn't contributed that much previously in the game, and that was the difference. Tip your cap to these guys. That's why they're number 2 in the state, and Maroons just got to keep fighting. It's a good ball club still.
Yes, they are, and they both are, and they both have games remaining. For Johnston, they have a girls contest on Tuesday night. They will host number 10 out of Class 4A Gilbert. That'll be at 6:15 at the Johnston Gym. And then next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, they will host Des Moines Lincoln to start the 5A regional semifinals, and that'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. Johnston's other side of that bracket has number 14 Indianola. They're the 2 seed in that region, and they will get the winner of Council Bluffs Lincoln and Council Bluffs Jefferson. That game will be Wednesday, and the winner will meet Indianola next Saturday. For Dowling Catholic, this is their final regular season game. The Maroons will have 8 days off, and they will host the winner of Wednesday's game between Linn-Mar of Marion with a record of 9-7 and Cedar Rapids Prairie, the Prairie Hawks, with a record of 7-8. That'll be 1 week from tomorrow here at the Dowling Gym. We'll have that game on Iowa Catholic Radio, and CISN, I believe, is also going to simulcast. That'll be, again, on Saturday, February 20th, and we'll be on the air at 6:45 with the 7 o'clock tip. And, of course, the winner of the Dowling Regional, if the Maroons are successful, they'll take on and have to travel to Cedar Rapids, Washington. They're the top team in that bracket. They're ranked 8th with a record of 12-2. So Dowling's pathway to state goes through eastern Iowa. Johnston comes right through central Iowa, apparently, unless Indianola or Council Bluffs have something to say, but they'll get a host. And Dowling went the free throw line tonight 22 times, Steve. 14 out of 22. Dragons with the free throw line 14 times, and that's usually a mark of if you go and make more free throws than the opponent attempts. The Maroons almost did that. Dowling 14 out of 22 at the line. Johnston 9 of 14, so that kind of evened out there.
Yep. As we said, great game. Maroons held it close, and then the other team, Dragons, just really caught fire late, and that was the difference.
All right, let's go run through scoring before we take a break. As the boys' teams are out there, they'll get the rematch. And we'll start with Johnston, as the Dragons were led by Jada Jimfy. She had 21 points at halftime, hit a three-pointer in the third quarter, didn't score the rest of the night. She leads Johnston with 24 points. Jimfy, the 6'1 junior. She was followed by Eileen Tankey, the 5'11 freshman, with 18 points. 14 points for Zoe Buchan, all in the second half. 12 points for Molly Nelk. Then rounding out scoring for Johnston, 3 points each for Kinsey Jellick and Aaliyah Riley off the bench with 3 points. 2 points for Emma Hampton off the bench. And the Dragons starter, Anna Gosling, did not score, came in averaging 8.5, did not score. Again, Johnston went 9 of 14 unofficially at the free throw line. And, Steve, you got to look at the Dowling scoring tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they were led tonight with Lexi Bowles, 22. Very, very excellent game for her. They didn't really have an answer for her. She was good from the charity stripe as well. Next was Gipple with 13. Julia Moore had 10 off the bench, played very, very aggressively, which is what the Maroons needed from her. McVeigh had 8 all in the first half. Tobias chipped in with 7. And Olivia Bailey had 3 all on free throws to round out the scoring for the Maroons. All
right, Steve, we appreciate your help, and have fun on vacation. We'll talk to you hopefully at the girls' state basketball tournament you're going to go on a hiatus with right now.
Well, you know, if I go on vacation and you name my replacement and you win 2 games and get there, my career could be over. I mean, I'm ready to face it, if that's the reality. But good luck when I'm gone. Let's get a couple W's, and I'll see you down there at the well.
Exactly. I almost got Wally Pipp while I was out with COVID by Joe Stacy, and I survived. I think you will too, whoever I put in this hot seat.
Joe Stacy, man.
All right, we'll wrap it up. We got to get to the pregame for the boys.
Thanks, Mark.
Steve DeVinny, my broadcast partner for Game 1, and we appreciate all his help. We'll take a break and come back with the start of the boys contest. We'll preview that. Mike Swain will join me. Again, the final in Game 1. It's the Johnston Dragons defeating Dowling 76-63. The Dragons go to 13-1. Dowling falls to 9-6. We'll be back with the preview of the boys contest here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
The Dowling Gym for game number 2 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Mark Amadale now joined by Mike Swain as we get set for the boys contest. And what a thrilling girls game we had. A couple of top 10 girls teams, and Now we got the rematch, Dowling and Johnston on the boys' side. And Swimmer, thanks for joining us tonight. And I'll tell you what, I talked with Coach Wagner, the Dowling assistant boys coach at halftime. Two teams that are very similar, size, strength, inside, outside, they can bang. And let's see if Dowling's hot shooting continues. And let's see how this Johnston team reacts, because they're one of the top 5 teams in the state all season. As Brian Frick in his second year at Johnston, he has hope from some guy named Woodley. Andy Woodley won a state title at City High back when you were at Des Moines Lincoln. Yeah,
that's right.
They're pretty knowledgeable over there in that Johnston staff.
Pretty knowledgeable. That's a heck of an assistant coach to have. He's a good one. Look, Dowling has got to be feeling really good, Mark. Their confidence level is high.
Yes.
That's what we need to say right now. So they should have a lot of motivation coming into tonight. You look at the last game, Mark, when they played Johnston. Johnston was up by 17 at halftime. The game was essentially over at that point. And so this is going to be a big test. This Johnston team is loaded. They're really good. They're the only team who has beaten Waukee here in the state of Iowa. Obviously, Waukee got beat by ranked Bellevue nationally the other night. But this Waukee team, this Johnston team is really good. They're solidly coached. They've got good shooters. They can go inside. It's going to be one of the teams that matches up well with Dowling's height as well. So this is going to be a big challenge.
Yeah, it certainly will. And I know we'll get the keys to the game here shortly. But, Mike, you look at it, and we'll start with Johnston. They come in, record of 8-2. And they've lost because they split with 2 teams in the CIML Central Conference, as Dowling's a member of that. They split with Waukee and Valley, and both times won on their court. They won at Waukee, and they won at Valley. And you don't do that very often.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, talk about 2 losses to have, one to Waukee and one to Valley. Both teams being ranked, and Valley's the number 1 seed in their sub-state. Waukee's the number 1 seed in their sub-state. And Johnston, I believe, is the number 1 seed in their sub-state.
That is correct.
Yeah, so it's the CIML Central is loaded. And a lot of good teams. Every night you have to bring it. And we saw that the other night. Centennial was just a little bit off. They were playing shorthanded with their point guard, Cruz, who was hurt, and their other guard, who was out, didn't play at all. And Dowling just took it to them. They dominated the game. And this is a Centennial team that has won a lot of games this year. So this is just a battle here in this conference, and it should be a great one tonight.
Certainly will. Last year, these 2 teams did split as Johnston leads the series over Dowling. These 2 teams have been in the same division of the CIML, the Central Conference, going back to 2007. They play each other twice a year, and every once in a while you play that third time in postseason. Johnston leading the series 16-14, but the Dragons have won 4 out of their last 5. Last year they split. Dowling won at Johnston 54-38, and Johnston won here 60-55. So they can go back and forth. And, of course, the last meeting was held on that Saturday with January 16th. That was a Friday night. We had the snow. They played and rescheduled on Saturday, and Johnston beat Dowling at Johnston by the score of 58-43. So the tail of the tape, these teams kind of match up, but this year the Dragons had a lot of success, and their only 2 losses were 2 teams now in the top 5. And let's see how Dowling responds. Can they keep up their hot shooting? Can they match up with the Dragons and sustain an effort without getting in too much foul trouble? That's a lot of common denominators. And Coach Swaim, how do you see some of this before we get to our keys? I know we got to go to a break here.
Well, I think the biggest thing for Dowling is, first of all, you mentioned it, Mark. They've stayed out of foul trouble. They're healthy now with Riedel back, their coaching staff back, and they're doing such a better job moving the ball on offense. They're finding guys. They're working that thing inside out. And when I say that, Mark, they're either getting inside the paint on a dribble, or they're passing that into the post, then getting kicked out for threes. And what they're doing is they're making threes. Yeah. So that's been the big change here in the last 3 or 4 gaame with Dowling.
We'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups and our keys to the game here on Iowa Catholic Radio. It's Dowling and Johnston, Game 2.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile, regardless of the times. our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym as we introduce the starting lineups for Game 2. It's Johnston and Dowling here at the Dowling Gym. Game 1 was won by the Johnston girls, 76-63 over Dowling. The Johnston girls ranked 2nd, Dowling girls ranked 9th. And we'll go to Mike Swing with our keys to the game. That's presented by DeArmond Ford Indianola, a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new DeArmond Ford in Indianola at DeArmondFord.com. Mike Swain, the keys to the game. We'll start with the Johnston Dragon boys.
Mark, for the Johnston boys, they've got to continue to dominate the boards. They've only been out-rebounded in one game all year. That's amazing to me, how they just control both offensively and defensively. And then they got to take care of the ball. They're only averaging 11 turnovers. The other night in the win, they had 5 turnovers. This is a team that doesn't beat themselves. And then when you look at for Dowling, they've got to get the game in the 50s or 60s. Dowling only has 1 win when scoring less than 50 points. And then continue the balanced scoring. Mark, they had 4 guys in double figures the other night. They were like 1 basket short of having 5 guys in double figures. Dowling needs to continue to get scoring from all of their players, including the bench.
That is our keys to the game, presented by DeArmond Ford Indianola. Thanks to Mike Swain. DeArmond Ford, a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. And check out the all-new DeArmond Ford in Indianola at DeArmondFord.com. Now for the starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Johnston, head coach is Brian Frick. He's assisted by Andy Woodley, who won a state title at City High back in the day, and Josh Kennedy. Dragons come in with a record of 8-2 and rank 4th in Class 4A. The Dragons have won 8 of their last 9 games. And they'll start at one guard, Trey Lewis. Lewis, a 5'11 junior, averaging 12.5 points. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is Stephen Kramer. Kramer, a 6'5 junior, averaging 12.5 points. He'll wear number 5. And the third guard is Reed Grant. Grant, a 6'3 senior, averaging 12.5 points. He'll wear number 10. At one forward, Carter Borwick. Borwick, a 6'3 senior, averaging 6 points, 4.5 rebounds. He'll wear number 22. And finally, the man in the middle for Johnston is Max Rocky, a 6'7 senior, averaging 7.5 points, 9 rebounds, and he'll wear number 44. So Lewis, Kramer, Grant, and Rocky and Borwick, the 5 starters for Johnston. As Johnston comes in averaging 57.5 points, give up 44 points. Now for Dowling Catholic, the head coach Michael Connor, assisted by Nick Wagner and Jimmy Nahas. Maroons will start their starting 5. They started last Tuesday night. Sam Hughes, a 6'1 senior, averages 6.5 points. He'll wear number 12. The other guard for Dowling is Simon Daniel. Daniel, a 6'2 senior, averaging 5.5 points. He'll wear number 22. The third guard is Matt Riedel. Riedel, a 6'4 senior, averaging 12 points, wearing number 24. At forward for Dowling, Jack Gredicke, at 6'10 senior, averaging 9.5 points, leads the team with 24 made threes. He'll wear number 14. And Ryan Riggs, who's jumping center right now, at number 20, a 6'8 senior, averaging 13.5 points and 5.5 rebounds. And Riggs wins the tip, and we're underway here, Swamer.
Mark, let's see how the officials call, especially the post play. I'm interested to see how they're going to do that. If one guy gets in foul trouble, that could really affect the game.
And now a turnover by Dowling, and Trey Lewis with an uncontested layup, 2-0 Dragons, and full court pressure after made baskets by Johnston.
Yeah, Johnston's going to get out in passing lanes, and not a great start for Dowling. They took care of the ball so well against Centennial. Already an early turnover.
Riedel dribbles in the baseline. Now they kick it out to Simon Daniel for 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. A loose ball foul on Riggs.
That's when I think Coach O'Connor is okay with. Riggs was going for the rebound that time. It's those fouls away from the ball in the backcourt where you don't want to have him pick up a cheap one.
So Riggs, foul number 1, comes in averaging 13.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, leads the team with 17 blocks, and shooting 59% from the field. And now Lewis for 3, and it's good. Oh, my goodness. They open up hot. Lewis is 2 for 2, and that's his first 3.
This is not what Dowling wanted to see. Again, we mentioned, Mark, that they got jumped in the first half last time these teams played. They were down by 17, already down 5 here.
Now in the lane, a shot up and good by Ryan Riggs. So Riggs scores for Dowling. It's 5-2 Johnston. Dragons jumped out to a 5-0 lead, and Dowling responds. And now here are the Dragons with it. They go left to right. Carter Borwick with it. Hands it off to Lewis in the lane. His shot no good. Offensive rebound, Rocky, and a whistle, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Rocky.
That's a great play by Matt Riedel, knocking that ball off of Rocky's leg, and the official was right there to get it.
Max Rocky dabbles with men's volleyball, club volleyball. Any of your players ever do that at Des Moines Christian or Des Moines Lincoln there,
not. I had some athletes that could have, though. But I like that.
That's a sport that's taken off at Grandview University, men's and women's volleyball. Men's with a national title. But yeah, Rocky dabbles. So does Tyler Kronloggy. In the lane, Riedel with the shot. That's good.
Nice little just cut off of Ryan Riggs that time. Sort of a natural pick there, and Riedel with an easy bucket inside.
5-4. Johnston with the lead, and now a fadeaway shot no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Riedel with it. Down the lane he goes, loses the ball, and a foul called. They may get Trey Lewis for the foul here. We'll see.
Nice little bit of ball handling by Matt Riedel that time, almost going coast to coast.
Well, Riedel's that spark plug, the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for Dowling. He was out for several games with COVID protocol. Riedel inbounds the ball, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Dragons. Borwick forces it out.
Dowling's been really effective with their out-of-bounds plays the last couple games.
Now they get it into Gredeke for 3 in the corner. Missed everything, no good. Rebound Rocky and Johnston.
That might have been tipped, Mark. I'm not sure.
Dragons in transition. Here's Borwick with it to Reed Grant down the lane, and now the ball tipped out of bounds by Gredeke. Turnabout's fair play.
Yeah, good defense. Dowling's tightened up their man-to-man defense here the last couple possessions.
Dragons inbound the ball. They get it to Rocky, trying to set it up for Reed Grant. Well defended by Simon Daniel to deny him the 3. Now Borwick, dribble handoff goes to Kramer, and he's cut off nicely by Riedel. They lob it inside to Rocky, guarded by Riggs, trying to get his second foul. His shot up and no good, gets his own rebound, and his shot up and too strong, knocked out of bounds by Johnston. And I'll tell you what, Rocky and Riggs going at it. That's a great matchup.
It's a good battle, and that time Rocky had 2 shots at it. Couldn't do it. Both shots were contested, but a couple good looks.
5-4, Johnston with the lead here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain for Game 2. And now here's a steal. Steal at half court. It's Borwick with the steal, stolen back by Riedel. Matt with it, dribbling in the front court for Dowling. He's in the corner for Daniel. Simon for 3. It's in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Johnston comes away with it. And Riggs has picked up a foul. He got him with his hip, and that'll be his second.
Yeah, no, they're going to get Riedel on that one.
Oh, they got a break there. Riedel with the foul.
I thought Riedel reached in there. They could have went to Riggs, but that's good that they didn't.
Yeah, because Ryan looked up and he said, I got it with my hip. He ran into my hip, and it's on Riedel, his first. So team foul number 2 on Dowling, 1 on Johnston. Under 5 minutes remaining here, first quarter. Lewis with it, kicks it over in the corner. This is Kramer for 3. Left baseline 3, no good. Rebound Dowling and Riggs. One and done is Johnston. Here's Riedel with it behind the back at the basket. His shot off the glass too short, and the rebound comes out to Johnston and Stephen Kramer. Out to Reed Grant, guarded by Daniel. Kramer on the right side. His shot blocked. Gredeke might have got a piece of it. In the corner, it goes for 3. It's no good. That's Borwick with the miss. Dowling with the rebound to Gredeke. He'll shoot the 3 and a catch and shoot. It's good. Gredeke with his 35th or 25th 3 of the year. And it's 7-5. Dowling with his first lead here, Mike.
Really nice job of Gredeke running the floor. Good recognition by Hughes, spotting his teammate up ahead.
All right, this is Kramer. Spins, leaves in the corner for Borwick for 3, and he drills it from the left baseline 3.
Yeah, he missed that last one pretty badly. That time right in the hoop.
It's his 7th 3 of the year. He comes in averaging 6 points, this Carter Borwick. Underneath, they feed it to Simon Daniel, and he scores. Who made that pass there, Mike?
Ryan Riggs with a really nice feed. He was double-teamed, and a good cut by Simon Daniel. That's what we're talking about with that ball movement that Dowling's having.
Lewis for 3, it's no good, and now they're going to get a loose ball foul on Kramer. And and Steven, that'll be his first. Team foul number 2 on Johnston. So both teams.
Yeah, really aggressive, Mark. I mean, we've already got 4 team fouls in it. I've seen a couple more fouls on the floor that could have been called. So this is, I like the pace right now.
All right, sitting down for Johnston, Carter Borwick. Gredicke and Simon Daniel will sit down for Dowling as Mikey Chase in for the first time tonight for Dowling, as is Jalen Moses for the Maroons. Moses wears number 40. Dowling going right to left in their home white uniforms towards the south basket. And here's Riggs, top of the key. Hands it off to Hughes. Back to Riggs. He'll launch the 3. Right wing. It's in and out, no good. And a rebound out to Johnston. There's Runyon in the ball game. Jacob Runyon came off the bench. Now in transition, a 3-pointer good. That's Reed Grant.
That's
for
too
3.
easy. Nobody picked up Grant.
Third 3 of the night for Johnston. They lead it 11-9 as we trade baskets here.
Mark, he's shooting like 47% from the field. I mean, you got to know where he's at.
Look at that catch and shoot. Backdoor cut by Riedel. His shot is blocked by Rocky. Into the hands of Johnston. Dragons in transition. This is Reed Grant underneath the Rocky, and it goes off his hands out of bounds to Dowling.
How about the hustle by Riggs to get a hand on that ball, and it ended up going off of Rocky. So look, what looked like a layup is going the other way.
So do you have the block shot transition drill? Because that's what happened for Johnston
That's
there.
exactly what happened
And
there.
they almost got Rocky free, but Riggs hustled and got back. Block, shot, hustle, transition drill. Here's Moses with it for Dowling. Jalen off the bench. Had 12 points the other night, a week ago against Johnston. And now Mikey Chase loses the basketball. Stolen away by Runyon down court. 2-on-1 fast break. They save it underneath the Kramer. His shot is no good. He drew the foul.
Yeah.
What a flurry there.
That is going to be on Ryan Riggs, and that will be his second mark.
All right. So 2 fouls on Riggs.
Andrew Lynch already at the scorer's table to come in for Riggs.
Michael Connor, see how long this lasts here. With 2:21 remaining here in the first quarter, Ryan Riggs picks up his second foul. 3 team fouls on Dowling. Free throws coming for Johnston, and that is Stephen Kramer hitting the first. That's his first point of the night. Comes in averaging 12.5. And a 78% free throw shooter on the season.
Already 5 turnovers for Dowling, Mark, in this first quarter. They've done such a good job of taking care of the ball the last couple games, but this Johnston defense, a lot of steals, giving these guards a lot of problems.
Second free throw no good by Kramer, a rare miss. Rebound Dowling. Moses with the rebound. Mikey Chase in the front court to Riedel. Riedel guarded by Reed Grant. Gets it over to Moses. Johnston now with Rocky out. They're a little bit smaller lineup here. Coach Swain, we'll see how this goes. There's Moses backing in against Mason Ryan. Now they work in the corner, and we've got traveling on Dowling. That'll be called on Hughes.
Yeah, the pass was just a little low for Hughes to handle. Lynch was being double-teamed down there, and ultimately resulted in the turnover.
Lynch in at center for Dowling, replacing Riggs, and Max Rocky out. I wonder if they'll move Kramer to the post for the Dragons. We'll see how that works out on defense. 12-9 Johnston. Here's a 3-pointer. Top of the key. Good by Reed Grant. A timeout call. That's his second 3 of the night.
Yeah.
And we'll
Coach
keep
O'Connor
it here. I
did
think
not
it's
like that. That was definitely a 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think it's a 30-second timeout.
It is a 30-second.
We'll keep it here. Minute 41 remaining here in the first quarter. 15-9. Johnston with a lead over Dowling. This is their largest lead. Johnston by 6. Dragons come in 4th ranked with a record of 8-2. They've won 8 of the last 9 games. Dowling's won 5 of their last 9 games. Maroons are just 3-5 against top 10 Class 4A teams. And not that it means anything, but I'll tell you what, it means you're playing pretty tough competition.
There's no question about it. And I think, there's been some good things here, Mark. They've been able to move the ball. I think they've done a decent job on the boards, but the turnovers have really hurt them. And then just lapses in defense, not finding Grant for, wide open threes. That has led to this 6-point lead by Johnston.
Right out of the Dowling timeout. That's the first timeout of the contest. It was a 30-second break. Dowling with the basketball. They work it in the front court, and that's Hughes with it. Gets it over to Mikey Chase, who stays in the ball game. Chase looking inside to Lynch, gets it on the baseline. Andrew, the head fake, backs his way in, his shot up, and it's blocked over the backboard, out of bounds to Dowling, because it was a blocked shot. I think who got that was Kramer, who's guarding the post for Dowling with the smaller lineup.
Yeah, the officials were talking. They weren't quite sure if that was a block or not. It clearly was a block and should be Dowling's ball.
Coach Frick's kind of arguing the case. And, they'll talk about it. Dowling retains possession, 15-9. Johnston leads, minute 15 remaining first quarter. Now they work it inside to Lynch. Shot no good over Kramer. Rebound comes out to the Dragons. They go left to right towards the north basket in their road purple uniforms with gold numbers are the Johnston Dragons. And the lane is Runyon. He kicks it out on the perimeter to Mason Ryan. Now a long three, top of the key. It's no good by Grant. And a whistle and a loose ball foul on Dowling. They might get Moses for that.
I think they are going to get Moses. At time, not much of a block out.
Push off, yep. So Jalen picks up his first foul. We've got 4 team fouls on Dowling, 2 on Johnston. Dragons inbound the ball. This is Reed Grant. Now we've got an illegal screen called on Mason Ryan, I believe.
That was easy. That was an easy call. You could see that from up here. Just sort of held Sam Hughes.
You think with the clock not running, you were able to do that, but when they inbound the ball, can't do that.
No, can't do that. Johnston bringing some pressure here.
Yes, they are.
Just really harassing the guards, and it's paid off into these turnovers.
55 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We want to thank our supporters here on Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Ashworth Vision Clinic, Dental Associates, and Construction Professionals. Been around all season long, including our football broadcasts. Maroons with the basketball.
Looks like Dowling's going to hold for one, Mark. Coach O'Connor barking out some instructions. They got Riggs back in.
And possession arrow favors Johnston. Let's see if they can hold it. Can you hold it for 30 seconds against Johnston?
I don't know. This pressure is...
Riggs is back in.
Yeah.
With 2 fouls. I work at the Riedel. He's isolated on the right side. Now Chase joins him, and he'll dribble to the top. Matt, left wing over to Chase. 15 seconds. Gredicke and Hughes on the baselines. And now Gredicke to Chase for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound Johnston. Here's Reed Grant with it with 3 seconds. Gets it over to Trey Lewis for 3 at the horn. It's no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Johnston 15, Dowling Catholic 9. And we'll take a break. Game 1 was won by the Johnston girls. Second-ranked Johnston defeated Dowling 76-63. A final there, and here it's 15-9. Johnston with the lead in the boys contest over Dowling. Back in 1 minute on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We're back here at the Dowling gym. Mark Himadale, Mike Swaim here in the second quarter. Johnston with the ball first. A corner 3 up and no good by the Dragons. That was Carter Borwick, who's back in after sitting down the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Rebound Dowling. Here's Riedel off the glass and scores. Nice job, Matt Riedel, with his 4th point.
That was a tough shot, Mark, over the outstretched hands of Rocky, sort of fading away from the basket.
15-11. Johnston with the lead, and now Trey Lewis tried to hit Rocky. I don't think Max was expecting the pass, out of bounds to Dowling.
Yeah, too hot to handle, and again, just pressure by Dowling, by Johnston, results in a turnover there. Hughes throwing the pass, and it hits the back of the backboard.
Yeah, the Maroons inbound the ball, and Hughes kind of got defense came and jumped on him, and he got rid of it too quick. Little hot potato. Now backdoor cut by Rocky, and the layup is no good. Good feed that time on the inbounds pass. Foul on Lynch of Dowling.
Yeah, that was a really nice, well-designed play. A wide open Rocky cutting to the basket. Lynch lucky that ball didn't drop for a 3-point play.
Johnston 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter. This will be their First attempts here in the second quarter, and Rocky hits the first free throw. It's his first point of the night. He'll get another one. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by our good friends at Mercy One and by Kemen. Second free throw good. To Max Rocky. Leading rebounder, averages 9 a game. It leads the team with 20 steals and 8 blocks, and a 46% free throw shooter makes them both. And it's 17-11, Johnston by 6. They matched their largest lead, and now full court pressure, as you talked about, with Riggs back in the lineup with 2 fouls for Dowling.
Yeah, I would continue to do this if I'm Johnston. It's just been troublesome for Dowling and resulted in some easy baskets for Johnston.
All right, Riedel with it. Matt skips the pass over in the corner to Simon Daniel for 3. Good, and Simon's starting to heat up his first 3 of the night and his 5th point. 17-14. 17-14. Johnston in the lane. Ball stolen away. That was Reed Grant had it stolen. Down court, here's Gredeke, and he puts it through. Lost the grip. Wanted to slam it home, but he lost the grip, and he has his 5th point, and it's a 1-point Johnston lead.
Mark, you said this could be a game of runs, and all of a sudden that's exactly what we're seeing, a little run by Dowling.
I said it off air.
You did say it off air.
Now you said it on air. Rocky underneath against Riggs. His shot's no good. Ball slapped around, and Lewis comes up with it for Johnston. They retain possession and a 1-point lead. Trey for 3, no good. Top of the key, rebound Gredeke. Dowling with the ball. Gets it to Riedel. Matt on the left side in the corner to Hughes for 3, and it's good. And Dowling with the lead. Maroons lead it by 2, and a corner 3 by Hughes. And well, there's a 30-second timeout called here. And how about Sam Hughes? Teresa Parmenter, his grandmother, up here harassing me before the game, and he knocks down a 3.
Mark, we talked about the other night with Centennial, when these threes start to drop, it's just like, it's almost like a faucet's turned on and you can't stop it. The water just keeps going. We had Simon Daniel, then we have Sam Hughes, and all of a sudden here are the threes raining in.
Yeah, they certainly are. And, you know, the Maroons, the last 2 games have knocked down 22 threes. Wins last Friday night against Urbandale, on Tuesday night against Centennial, and they've cut their turnovers down to averaging 11 in those 2 games. Those are things you want to see, but here's a Johnston team that has not been out-rebounded but once this year.
Yeah, no, they do a great job on the boards, and the other thing is they play really solid defense. I didn't think, 9 points in the first quarter. I'm like, that's not how we're going to get to 50 points where Dowling needs this game to be.
Exactly. Maroons have outscored Johnston 10-2 here in the second quarter, and now an empty possession there as Dowling comes away with the basketball. Here's Riedel in the lane and draws the foul. That'll be on Reed Grant, I believe, before the shot. Riedel hits the deck, and it's confirmed. So Grant with his first foul. Team foul number 4 on Johnston. Dowling with 5 team fouls. Both teams have 4 timeouts remaining at their disposal, with 5:48 remaining here in the second quarter. Dowling by 2. And Maroons inbound the ball. They get it into Lynch on the right block with Riggs on the bench now. Corner 3 by Riedel is up and no good. And Lewis comes away with it for the Dragons. There's Johnston in transition. Now Lewis, oh, what a move there. He found an extra gear, went to the basket. It's no good on the shot. Lynch with the rebound. Lynch back to Mikey Chase for 3. It's no good. Rebound Lynch.
Good rebound.
He came out of nowhere, got caught underneath the basket, threw it away. And a foul on Chase. So Mikey will pick up the foul.
Now, that was a great hustle play by Lynch, but he was double teamed, had nowhere to go, and all the white shirts were at half court, so he had nowhere to pass it to.
Well, these 2 teams, next play, Dowling plays tomorrow afternoon against Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Kennedy Cougars will come in with a record 12-6. They won 8 in a row, the hottest team in eastern Iowa. What a time for them to come to town. And for Johnston, they'll travel to Fremont, Nebraska on Monday as a pull-up jumper is good by Kramer, and that is his 3rd point, first field goal.
Yeah, that was a nice little step-back shot by Kramer.
It's 19 all. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Now Lynch for 3. Ooh, no good. Lewis with the rebound. I don't think that's what Coach O'Connor wanted there. As Andrew felt, Rocky's not coming out to guard me, I'll shoot the 3.
I think Coach O'Connor is trying to just buy some minutes for Ryan Riggs.
Here's Reed Grant for 3. It's no good. Rebound on the weak side to Gredeke. Jack with it. And Simon Daniel will bring it across the timeline. And Maroons really without their point guard out there. Simon and Riedel are the 2 guards right now with Chase and Hughes out. Simon with the basketball. Coming off a ball screen by Lynch. Gets it back to Lynch. He'll fake the three. Give it back to Simon Daniels. They work the two-man game. Now to Gredicke. They work the right side. Riedel in the lane. Kicks it over the corner to Daniel for three. It's up. Good! Boy, has he got that silky smooth shot down.
That is his shot, and I saw Coach Frick just shake his head. He could see it from a mile away, and Simon Daniel buries it.
8th point of the first half for Simon Daniel, leading Dowling. He's got his 17th three of the year. Now pull-up jumper no good by Kramer. Tip no good by Rocky, and the rebound to Lynch and Dowling. Maroons by 3. This is Dowling's largest lead of the night. Now traveling on Gredicke is he had the ball and lost his dribble and pivot foot. Moses now and Hughes will check in with Lynch and Gredicke sitting down here, Mike.
Yeah, a lot of substitutions for Dowling as Bialzak is in as well. So trying to get some guys some breaks, and I thought Lynch did a really nice job, Mark, on the boards that time and also defending Rocky.
Yeah, that's never easy. All right, in the lane, a shot up and no good by Johnston, and that was Reed Grant with the miss, but the putback up and good, and that's Max Rocky just battling in there with Moses and Riggs. Let's see who the foul's on. They're going to whistle it on Jalen Moses. That'll be his second.
Well, it's so hard when Johnston gets down in that paint area and they throw a shot up. You have got to get a body on Rocky. You cannot let him get an offensive rebound, and that time Dowling did, and Rocky makes him pay with a three-point play.
And he does. So for Rocky, that is his 5th point of the night, and it's 22-all Dowling and Johnston here with 3:15 remaining. Here in the second quarter from the Dowling gym, Mark Hemmadale and Mike Swayman. Now the Maroons on a Riedel pass goes out of bounds as Simon Daniel couldn't handle the pass. So Maroons now, turnover starting to catch up with them.
Yeah, they really are, Mark. I would say double digits at this point for turnovers for Dowling, and it's unfortunate. They are playing well enough offensively to stay in this thing. It's just 22-all, but these turnovers have really hurt.
Tied at 22 with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Mark Hemmadale, Mike Swaim, along with the CISN crew tonight as we simulcast on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Stephen Kramer with it for Johnston. Dribble drives on the left side of the lane. Finds a feeding Carter Borwick, and he feeds in the pass, and he draws the foul, and 2 free throws coming. Foul will be on Dowling and Jalen Moses.
I did not think that he got his feet set. I thought he took an extra half step there, Mark, for the walk, but the official did not.
So free throws coming for Carter Borwick. Has 3 points tonight. First one up and no good. He's a 66% free throw shooter on the year as Riggs back into the Dowling lineup and will replace Moses. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic and Construction Professionals. Second free throw coming for Carter Borwick, and it's good. He goes 1 for 2. He has 4 points.
Let's see if Dowling can take advantage of Rocky being out. They brought in Riggs, so Kramer, the smaller defender, is going to be on him. See if they can get the ball inside to him.
They lob it into Riggs, and it's shot up and good. Nice pass by Hughes to set that up.
Wow, that's just great recognition by Dowling, knowing that Rocky's out and your big man's in. Now what he's got to do is try and stay away from getting that third foul, Mark.
24-23, Dowling retakes the lead. On the baseline is Jacob Runyon, number 2, who's in there for Johnston, a 5'10 guard. Now underneath, they get the pass to Borwick. He won't shoot it, kicks it out to Kramer for 3. It's no good. Tip is up and no good, and a loose ball foul on Dowling. Are they going to get Riedel for that?
I think they've got Riggs. And that is going to be his third.
That will hurt. Riggs picks up foul number 3 here in the first half. Battling for a loose ball. That'll be the 19th foul on Dowling. 14 fouls on Johnston with 2:13 remaining. Free throws coming for Borwick again. And the free throw is good.
One of the things you see, Mark, when that shot goes up is there are 4 purple shirts in the paint, always going to the glass.
All right, second free throw coming as Lynch back in for Riggs. And the free throw is good. 25-24. Johnston with the lead as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Backdoor cut by Greteke. He slams it home. What a pass by Simon Daniel. Wow. Jack Greteke with 7 points. And Maroons retake the lead, 26-25. Johnston with the ball. Left to right in front of us here at the Dowling Gym. Final regular season girl-boy doubleheader tonight. A corner 3 by the Dragons, no good by Mason Ryan off the bench. Weak side rebound, put back by Kramer's no good, and Greteke with the rebound gets it to Lynch.
Yeah, another rebound by Johnston, but just couldn't take advantage.
Dowling by 1 and the basketball. Minute 25 remaining. We've got a whistle and a foul away from the action. It'll be on Johnston apparently. They're going to whistle the foul on Stephen Kramer. That'll be his second.
Yeah, I didn't really see the action. The referee is trying to explain it to Coach Frick now, but I didn't see much there.
It was away from the ball. It wasn't on the ball.
Yeah, only the 15th that foul for Johnston, though. Dowling, 9.
You got another one to give. Renzo inbounds the ball from the sideline across from us. Here's Riedel with it. Dribble handoff goes to Simon Daniel. Back to Riedel on the right side. Dribbles in the lane. Spins and turns and shoots. Leaves it short. And a rebound Johnston and Stephen Kramer. Kramer, the guard on offense and a defense, he plays the post.
Yeah.
Here's Runyon with it. Kicks it out to Kramer. In the corner it goes to Ryan for 3. Mason Ryan misses a 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around. This might go off Simon Daniel, and it did.
And another offensive possession here for Johnston after Dowling does a great job of forcing a 3 from deep. Johnston's not able to hit, but Dowling can't corral the rebound.
So Mason Ryan will check out, 6-foot junior. He's replaced by Max Rocky, the 6'7" senior. So the Dragons get their post player back in with this possession. 50 seconds remaining in the half. Not that Rocky's in foul trouble. He has none here in the first half, but Coach Frick wants to get his big guy in there for this possession. Trey Lewis also back in there. He'll launch the 3, top of the key. It rolls through. It's short and it bounced through.
And that was deep.
That's
a couple feet out.
8th point for Trey Lewis. And it's 28-26. Johnston with the lead. The Maroons will try to hold for 1. Possession arrow favors Dowling. Both teams have 4 timeouts each at their disposal. And the Dragons have a foul to give. They only have 5 team fouls, so we'll see if they use that to their advantage. There's Riedel dribbling into a double team. The ball slapped out of bounds. And Reed Grant thought it was off a Dowling hand of Riedel.
They're going to get Riggs in here with 8 seconds to go.
Offense, defense.
Yeah, Riggs has just got to be careful.
Playing with 3 fouls.
Cannot pick up another foul here, like a cheap one over the back or going into a player with an offensive charge.
Our halftime guest will be Audrey Faber, Dowling assistant girls basketball coach. As the Maroons inbound the ball, now it's stolen away. Down court goes Reed Grant, and he lays it in. And the Dragons now have taken a 4-point lead at halftime as Grant scores his 8 points, and Johnston now leading Dowling 30-26 as things kind of fell off the handle there.
That's just fantastic defense by Johnston. The tip, the steal, and then the presence of mind by Grant to know where the clock was and to score at the end of the half. That's just, and what they've done defensively, creating these turnovers, Mark, has just been fantastic.
Well, the Dragons now lead at halftime of the boys contest, 30-26. We'll take a break along with Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale from the Dowling Gym tonight in Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. The girls' game won by Johnston, 76-63. And here in the boys contest, it's Johnston 30, Dowling Catholic 26 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Dowling Gym, halftime of the boys contest, and it's Johnston leading Dowling 30-26, but what a game we had in game one of our girl-boy doubleheader as Johnston defeated Dowling 76-63 in the girls contest, now joined by assistant coach for the first time this year, and that is Audrey Faber. Coach Faber, I remember it was player Faber back for so many years, and what a run you had. The best memory I had was, besides state tournament and state title, was the game at Southeast Polk. And we kind of talked, I said, where was that spot at, Coach, that you hit it at Southeast Polk to win the game overtime?
It was the right wing corner, I think.
Corner.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild game. That was a fun one. It was fun being back at Southeast Polk and kind of reliving that a little bit.
And then you go off to college, go to Creighton, play in the Big East. You're on the East Coast a lot, and then you probably had a few more memories made there.
Yeah.
But you're back, got out of college, but you and your sister Haley living here. Your mom and dad bailed on you. They live in Omaha.
Yeah, they're still in Omaha.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know.
Your dad and mom came back, I think it was at the Southeast Polk game.
Yep.
To watch your little brother. Who was playing? Somebody
Colin. Colin Clark.
That's
Caitlin's little brother. Yep.
Your cousin. Yep. That's right. I keep forgetting about that. He's
I
still
know.
here.
There's so many.
I know it. Well, Audrey, back at Dowling on the coaching staff. What do you think? How about this group?
I know. I love this group. I mean, they compete. We're putting ourselves in a lot of games, which you love to see. Our defense is really strong, and I mean, they just work hard every day, and I mean, you can't ask for anything else.
You know, the Ankeny Centennial game Tuesday night, and Coach DeYoung is a defensive guru, that one of the head coaches around Central Iowa and the state. You knew it was going to be low scoring, but tonight you saw Dowling kind of fight through that, because Johnson can do that too. But all of a sudden, you get them down, you get it tied, and they knock down threes and twos from players that haven't scored, and they are so deep.
Yeah, they're a very deep team, and I mean, obviously that's a big concern when you play them, but I mean, I thought we did a good job in the first half of attacking them, getting them in foul trouble. Lexi was good in the first half on the offensive end, and I mean, we're going to need her, especially in the postseason.
Well, let's talk about that. Assistant coach at Dowling, who do you work with in practice? Because I got a feeling it has to be some of the post players.
Yeah, definitely do a lot of work with Lexi. I mean, try and help whoever. I mean, whoever wants extra help. Just trying to, but I would definitely say Lexi for sure.
I really like how Lauren Frericks plays. I know they play her in the post. And Gippel's kind of a combo player. She can play guard and post. She's got the moves, the up and under.
Yep.
I think earlier in the year we had the issue with the changing of the pivot foot.
Yep.
And, getting that all figured out.
I know.
But it's just amazing. You have Paige Hobbs, I know you'll work with, and probably Gippel and Olivia Bailey, who I really like. And she's got that she's a type of gal. First of all, I think she's too nice.
Right.
So that's where she needs you.
I know, right?
You're very nice, but when you get out between the lines, things change.
I know, that's right. You gotta switch your mentality a little bit out there.
Well, it's got to be fun. And what made you decide to come back after graduation at Creighton? Come back and play and coach here, Audrey Faber.
I mean, obviously I've just been around basketball my whole life, so I was kind of out of it for a year, really missed it. And I mean, what better place than to just come back, right? I mean, kind of nice that they welcomed me so easily, and I'm just thankful that they have welcomed me, and I've had so much fun. This group's been really fun. Obviously, I've watched some of them play with Caitlin throughout the years, but just to get to interact with them, coach them, it's been great.
Speaking of your cousin Caitlin, what a night she had!
I mean, she's insane, isn't she?
That's just amazing. She's putting the same numbers here at Dowling her last 4 years, and she's doing her freshman year at Iowa.
Yeah.
And I don't think the folks at Nebraska like her very much last night.
That's
39 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
I know.
6 made threes, and one of them was from Kearney, Nebraska.
It was. It was.
Goodness.
Yeah, she's so fun to watch. So awesome to see her do so well, and obviously her #1 fan always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're visiting with Audrey Faber, former Dowling All-Stater, and went on to the University of Creighton, played in the Big East, now back coaching, assistant coach in the girls program. And Audrey, I know you got a lot of memories.
Yes,
I think
yes.
I brought one to the table.
Yeah, you
the
brought
Southeast
one.
Polk double overtime win at Polk.
Yeah, it's a
Is that
good
your
one.
senior year?
That was my senior year,
Okay.
yep.
You got any others you want to share from high school? And I know that you had some great teams you played. You had
Yes.
some great group of young ladies.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, winning state, you can't beat that, right? After we lose it the year before, I mean, that team was special. I mean, we had one goal, and that was to win state. And, I mean, obviously, that's top of the list. You can't beat that, right? I mean, that's definitely the best memory. But obviously, played with great teams, have so many other good memories, but that definitely tops the list.
You know, you played for the legendary coaches Bob and Sharon Hansen. I know that their health, you know, Sharon's health the last year or so hasn't been the best, but I know you probably maintained contact with them. And what two tremendous coaches, Hall of Fame coaches to play for?
Yes, obviously. And, I mean, took a lot of what I learned here and used it at the college level and stayed in contact with them, and probably should stay in contact with them a little more. Could use some coaching tips, right? I should contact them after this.
Well, if you get Bob off the golf course, he might give you a couple.
There. But yes, great people. Really helped me both on and off the floor. So thankful for them, and I mean, they deserve a lot of the credit.
No question about it. All right, now you're going to the post. Now you're a postseason coach.
Yes, yes.
The season's over. Now you got 8 days off. What are you going to work on besides knowing your opponent? And obviously that won't happen until Wednesday night. You're either going to get
Prairie or Linmar, I believe.
One of the two Eastern Iowa schools, and you haven't played them. So
yeah.
What do you do for 8 days? We go back to kind of like preseason, work on individual drills?
You're exactly right. Work on ourselves for a few days. And as coaches, we love that. You know, get in the gym, extra shots. I mean, you can't have enough practice time right now, right? It's a new season, too, for our girls. I mean, we just came off two pretty hard losses that, I mean, we wish we would have had, but it's a new season for us, and we're going to focus on us for a few days and then get back to work on preparing.
And rightly so. And, of course, getting ready. That's always a lot of fun. And, Audrey, I just appreciate everything you did here at Dowling, how you represented Central Iowa playing for Creighton. Now you're back coaching, giving back a little bit. And maybe one day you'll move from, chair 1? Well, you're next to Danner and Babinette, so now you're in chair 3. Maybe moving up a little bit. Is that a goal?
I don't know. I mean, I'm having fun with it right now. I mean, that's just my main focus, but we'll see. Again, just thankful that they allowed me to come back and have this opportunity.
All right, wave to the camera. Audrey Faber. Hall of Fame Audrey Faber, soon to be. Thank you for all you do. Thanks for coming back and coaching and work with these girls. Look forward to the postseason, Audrey.
Yes, so do I. Thank you very much.
You bet. We'll take a break, come back here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Halftime score, it's Johnston 30, Dowling 26 in the boys contest, and we'll return to the Dowling gym after these messages.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym, underway here in the second half, and a shot up and good by Johnston after taking the basketball away from Dowling. They score in transition, and the Dragons up by 6, 32-26. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain.
Well, not a great way for Dowling to finish the half, and already a layup for Johnston in this half. So not the start that Michael Connor wanted, as Dowling is down by 6 here early in the third.
8 points for Trey Lewis for Johnston to lead the Dragons. He's got, as he started the first half, 3 points for Stephen Kramer, 8 points for Reed Grant, and 6 points for Carter Borwick. and 5 points for Max Rocky. These are all the Johnston players. Now here's Riggs. Ryan Riggs playing with 3 first-half fouls, scores for the Maroons.
That was a really nice jump hook over Rocky. I thought Rocky played that perfect, but better offense that time by Riggs.
Johnston with the basketball, leading 32-28, just underway here in the third quarter. A long three by Lewis off the back iron, no good. Riggs with the rebound. My goodness, he launched that.
Good box out that time by Riggs. And that was deep, Mark.
Yes, it was. That was we're just talking to Caitlin Clark's cousin, Audrey Faber, and that's Caitlin Clark territory. In the lane, it's nice pass and then a basket by Hughes. That's his 5th point.
Boy, Riggs draws a crowd, but he's such a good passer, Mark, when he recognizes that, and it was a nice cut by Sam Hughes that time to the middle of the lane.
Dowling playing man-to-man defense. This is Reed Grant with it, dribbles in the lane, shoots it. It's missed everything, no good. Gredeke with the rebound. And he didn't draw iron at all there. 32-30, Johnston by 2. Back to Riggs. He'll launch the 3. It's off the mark, no good. And the rebound out to Carter Borwick.
Well, Riggs can hit those, but tonight has not been very successful. They really haven't even been close.
Yeah, Lynch has launched a couple threes, and you just want to get the right guy with the right hot hand. And now corner 3, no good by Borwick of Johnston. So both teams kind of going cold here in the last minute. Here's Simon Daniel with it. They reverse it. Gredeke to Riedel in the corner, right side. Dowling going left to right. The home team with the white uniforms, maroon numbers. Now Riggs in the baseline. His turnaround shot, no good. Weak side rebound, Kramer.
Yeah, I'd like to see as soon as that shot goes up, get Gredeke in that paint for the rebounding.
There's Grant in the lane. He jump stops, kicks it over in the corner to Kramer for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound, Hughes. How about that?
It takes a team effort to try and beat Johnston on the boards, and that's what you need from your guards.
Sam with the big rebound. Now Riedel hands it off to Hughes, out to Riggs, guarded by Rocky. Here's Gredeke looking inside to Riggs. Over the corner, Hughes for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Kramer. Both teams got a lid in that basket here in the last minute and a half. Now down court, a little underhand scoop shot by Kramer's no good, and a loose ball foul called. And who are they going to get here?
I think they're going to get Simon Daniel there.
That's his first foul. Try to run down scoring here. Sam Hughes for Dowling now has 5. He had 3 at halftime. 7 points for Jack Gredeke in the first half. 4 points for Riggs, who has 3 fouls. First free throw is no good by Rocky. Rounding out scoring for Dowling, Daniel Simon with 8 points in the first half, and Matt Riedel with 4. The Maroons have not went to the free throw line in this contest. Second free throw,
no hard
good.
To believe.
Yeah,
but Johnston only committed 5 fouls in that first half. So
good point. So Rocky with 5 points, he goes 0 for 2 there. Now the ball out of bounds on Dowling's possession.
Now that time Gredeke has got to get the ball out. If it's not there, don't force it. Get the ball, let them swing it around, and let him reestablish position. And now Dowling gets really small with both Gredeke and Riggs taking a seat on the bench.
Dragons went 7 out of 9 in the first half at the free throw line. I mentioned Dowling did not go to the line at all. Dragons with the basketball. This is Reed Grant now to Trey Lewis. He dribble drives, kicks in the corner to Kramer for 3. Good. That's his first 3 of the night. And it's 6th point of the night, Mike.
Great offense, Mark. Just sort of a dribble weave and then just lull that defense to sleep. And then a kick out on the baseline for the 3.
And Kramer, that's his 6th 3 of the year. Now drawing the foul is Dowling. This will be on Jacob Runyon.
I think they're going to get 2 free throws here for Mikey Chase. That would have been a big one to drop.
I think Coach Frick is saying, hey, wasn't he still dribbling the ball? I might agree with that. Chase will go to the line. He has not scored tonight. First free throw, no good. Now, one thing, to not go to the free throw line, now you got to start making them.
Yeah, you do.
Johnston's already attempted 9.
Well, you just have to take advantage of opportunities when you can get them, and free throws are not something Dowling can afford to miss.
Second free throw good by Mikey Chase. Congratulations to him. He's going to play golf at Holy Cross in Notre Dame, Indiana. Congratulations to Mikey. Signed a national letter of intent with that. All right, Dowling pressure in the backcourt, and they draw the foul. Johnston breaks it, and I think Moses is going to be whistled for his 3rd.
Now, Dowling and Coach O'Connor wanted to travel on that, but referees are saying that the contact happened before the walk.
check that. That's his 4th foul. 35-31 Johnston. 4 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter here in this boys contest. Johnston girls defeated Dowling in game 1, 76-63. Dragons with the basketball. Here's Reed Grant. Jump stops in the lane, spins, kicks it back out. This is Kramer with it. He has a shot blocked by Moses with 4 fouls. Maroons in transition. Mikey Chase kicks it back to Moses.
Now, this is where Dowling's got to be patient, Mark. You get a good stop, you need a good shot here on the other end.
Here's Hughes with it. Backdoor cut, Chase underneath to Lynch. Andrew with it, and a reach-in foul called on Rocky. That'll be Max's first.
Would have liked to see Lynch, when he caught that, Mark, go right up for the shot. Instead, he put the ball on the floor, and the defense is able to come in and swat at that.
Riggs will go back in. Lynch will sit down for the Maroons. It'll be Mikey Chase, Sam Hughes, the 2 guards, with Riedel, Riggs, and Jalen Moses. They lob it into Riggs. He turns, spins against Rocky. Shot off the glass, good. Strong move by Riggs right against the big guy, Rocky.
He's got such great touch. If he catches there, Mark, it's almost indefensible. You can't do anything about it.
6 points for Riggs. Now a left-handed shot, no good. Missed everything by Reed Grant of Johnston. Rebound Dowling. Riedel in transition. His layup is good. Matt Riedel with his 6th point of the night. We're tied at 35 with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter here, Mike Swain.
That's a great take. So far, Dowling's done it on the defensive end here, Mark.
Here's Borwick in the corner for 3 by Kramer. It's no good. Weak side rebound, Rocky. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling.
Yeah, and see, those fouls start to add up, Mark. So that's going to be the 3rd team foul on Dowling. And, you know, all of a sudden we get Johnston into a one-on-one in the 4th quarter. And those are the kind of reach-ins you can't have.
Chase with his 2nd. Tied at 35. Johnston will inbound the ball. Rocky setting the screen for Grant, and they finally throw it into Rocky to Trey Lewis, who's back in. Trey dribbles down the lane, kicks it back out. Tied at 35, Dowling and Johnston.
Oh, that's a walk.
Yep, traveling called on Stephen Kramer, who wanted to attack the glass and traveled.
And Coach O'Connor really using time and score here with Riggs coming back in. Anytime you can get Riggs out on the defensive end, get him out, protect him. Now a stop and play. Let's get our big guy down there in the paint.
Well, the Dowling assistant coaches are all behind that. Jimmy Nahas does that substitution. Just got to get the head coach's attention. You've had to go through that a few times.
Well, every once in a while.
Moses with it now in the corner to Hughes. They work it in the left block to Riggs. He has no angle at the basket, and he traveled. Ryan turned, and he had no angle, Mike.
Yeah, it was great defense by Johnston on that help side and resulted in the travel, and now Riggs back to the bench mark with 2:23 to go. Let's not pick up another foul.
It's offense, defense for Dowling. Riggs out and Lynch back in. All right, here's Johnston with Kramer, guarded by Lynch. They swing it over to the left side to Grant. Grant works the right side against Simon Daniel. He draws the foul. The call on Simon on the floor, out of bounds to Johnston. And on Simon, that will be foul number 2.
I think Reed Grant has had a really nice game tonight, Mark. He's tough when he puts that ball on the floor. He also shows that he can hit the 3 by a couple in the first half.
Grant inbounds the ball to his running mate, Stephen Kramer, who works against Riedel. Backs in. A shot inside the lane, no good. Jalen Moses above the rim for the rebound.
Great rebound by Moses. And how about the defense by Riedel? Not to foul that time, but influence that shot.
Jalen Moses is 6'9", hauls it in, and Dowling in the front court. Here's Hughes coming off a ball screen by Lynch. Dribbles left side. Guarded by Lewis. Over to Moses for 3. It's good! Wow. Right over Kramer does Moses get it.
That was a contested 3, and Moses just drained it with the hand in his face.
Dowling by 3 with 1:30 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Dowling 38, Johnston 35. Dragons come in at 4th rank. Moses picks up the foul. 5th foul, he just fouled out.
Already.
So he fouls out with 1:27 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Moses fouls out for Dowling.
Wow, and 5 team fouls for the Dowling Maroons as well.
All right, Johnston inbounds the ball, and a whistle and a foul on Rocky. They'll get Lynch for the foul here.
Yeah, and almost nothing you could do. Rocky was going to score a layup, and Lynch did everything he could just to keep him from scoring.
Well-designed play by the Johnston coaching staff. Brian Frick in his 2nd year, Andy Woodley and Josh Kennedy sitting there on the bench. Now here's Lewis. He's double teamed. Now wanted to trap him. They finally got it out to Carter Borwick, who's back in. Now corner three, up and good. And a timeout, Johnston. As a three-pointer by Reed Grant, this will be a 30-second timeout. And for Grant, his 11th point of the night. And it's tied at 38 with 70 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And a timeout, Johnston. We'll keep it here, Mike.
Well, Dowling immediately gets Ryan Riggs off that bench for the rest of this minute 10 here, as Dowling will be on offense. And I would expect that ball needs to go inside, is what Coach O'Connor is talking about. You want that either into Riggs' hands on the block, or Simon Daniel or Matt Riedel driving to that basket.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by our good friends at Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. Jeff Piggott is our studio producer tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio. And we want to thank the folks here at CISN, their staff. Their producer is Devin Taylor. And the guy operating the camera down there is Jeff Stark. We thank them. And, of course, Pete Tarpey and the folks at CISN as we work together, simulcasting tonight's game, Johnston at Dowling, the rematch. Dragons won the first meeting 58-43 back on January 16th. And Dowling leads here. Riggs in the lane, who's back in. His shot is no good.
There was a lot of contact before Riggs got that ball. No call. And I'm really surprised that there was no foul on Rocky there, trying to keep Riggs from getting that ball.
Tied at 38. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Possession arrow favors Johnston. Now Lewis for a deep three. It's no good. Rocky with inside position on Gredeke. Slaps around. His shot's no good. And a rebound, Dowling and Riedel with 20 seconds remaining. Maroons got a break there.
Yeah, you are not going to find Rocky miss that much. That was wide open, and he just a little too hard off that glass.
Love the look of that replay on his inside position on that rebound by Rocky. And now Riedel uncontested to the layup, plays it in, and scores. Riedel with his 8th point. And we got a backcourt foul on Riedel as the Maroons pressure the ball.
And that's just awful, because there was only 1 second to go, Mark, and now Johnston is going to go down and shoot free throws to be able to tie this game.
With 1 second remaining, the Dragons will have a 1-and-1, and that'll be Reed Grant at the line. Grant tonight with 11 points. This is his first free throw attempts. First one is good. Grant, a 63% free throw shooter on the year. He's knocked down 3 threes tonight, so he's got 18 on the year. Second free throw by Grant, the 6'3 senior, is up and good. He's got 13 points. Dowling will inbound the ball with 1 second, and they get it to Hughes. He'll launch it at the horn, and it hits the rim, and it's no good. So we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 40, Johnston 40. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. We're back with the fourth quarter from the Dowling Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Jim, alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. What an exciting finish we have in store here. Johnston and Dowling tied at 40. Start of the fourth quarter. Johnston with the ball, and Lewis tried to hit Rocky with the backdoor cut, and it's stolen away by Dowling.
Design that time, but really hard pass to handle from Trey Lewis, and so.
Now Gredeke for three in the corner, rolls off the rim, no good. Rocky with the rebound for Johnston. As Dowling outscored Johnston that time in the third quarter, 14-10, and now a runner in the lane. It's no good by Rocky, and the rebound, Jack Gredeke and Dowling. Maroons dribble in the front court. Here's Riedel with it, gets to Gredicke, and they're going to call a whistle and a foul on the Dragons. This might be on Kramer, we'll see. And it is. Stephen Kramer with his third foul for Johnston. Third team foul on the Dragons. Dowling with 17 fouls, and that last one was tough. Riedel makes the basket with 1 second left, and he fouls, and then Johnston goes to the free throw line on the 7th team foul on Dowling and makes both free throws. See how that works out. Gredicke back to Riggs. Pull-up jumper, good. The basket will count. The foul's on Max Rocky of Johnston.
Now, that was really good recognition by Gredicke as he brought the defense in. Just a little dump-off pass to Riggs down on that block. And then, again, once Riggs gets that ball on the block mark, he is tough to stop.
Riggs with his 8-point. The assist to Gredicke, and the free throw is good. 9 points for Brian Riggs, who's battled foul trouble. He had 3 fouls in the first half and has fortunately kept that away here in the second half. And now a little give and go. Nice penetration by Reed Grant, and he finds Carter Borwick for the basket. Borwick with his 8th point.
Dowling's had a tough time keeping Reed Grant in front of them.
Now Riedel with it, and the ball tipped out of bounds by Stephen Kramer. We mentioned Dowling outscored Johnston 14-10 in that third quarter to tie the score at 40. Dowling is just 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Make that 2 of 3 with Riggs' free throw going down. And Johnston 9 of 13. Waukee girls will win tonight, 49-46 over Southeast Polk in game 1.
Well, that's a nice post up by Matt Riedel that time. Good recognition by Gredicke, and Matt with a tough post up move over Reed Grant.
10 points now for Riedel. Dowling's lead is now 3, 45-42, 6.5 minutes left. Corner 3 is no good by Carter Borwick. Rebound Riggs and Dowling. Maroons in transition. Gredicke on the baseline. Waits for Riggs. He'll shoot it right elbow. Good! We might see a timeout by Coach Frick. Ryan Riggs starting to heat it up. After battling foul trouble, he now has 11 and a timeout on the floor.
Well, I got a little nervous, Mark, with that long pass that Riedel made to Gredicke. I'm like, what is he going to do with it? But he finds his teammate.
Timeout on the floor. It'll be a 1-minute break. 6:11 remaining, fourth quarter. And it's Dowling 47, Johnston 42. And we'll be back in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Here at the Dowling Gym, the Maroons lead 47-42, and a three-pointer up and good by the Dragons.
Yeah, Reed Grant, just great shot. Hasn't hit one in this half yet.
16 points tonight for Grant. He had 2 threes in the first half. And it's 47-45 Dowling. Maroons trying to hang on and split the season series with the 4th-ranked Johnston Dragons. Now we got traveling on the Maroons.
Yeah, Riggs caught that and just shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the floor. Good call by the officials. And it just feels, Mark, like every possession now is critical for both of these teams here with 5:30 to go.
Yeah, it's really under the microscope exactly, as Maroons have won 2 in a row after losing 3 in a row with wins over Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial earlier this week, and to see if they can hang on and hold off the Dragons. Trey Lewis in the lane puts up a shot too strong, no good off the glass. Rebound comes out to Dowling with 5:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maroons hanging on to a 2-point lead in the basketball. Here's Riggs with it. Over to Riedel. Matt coming off a ball screen by Riggs. Gets it back to Riggs. Lobs it inside. And he draws the foul. I think they were going to try for the angle for the alley-oop, and that didn't work, and a foul called on Stephen Kramer.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I thought that was on the shot, but they are calling that on the floor. So Dowling will inbound the ball.
That's a fourth foul on Kramer here, Mike. Runs inbound the ball to Gredicke. Jack with it. Top of the key to Hughes. Sam in the lane. Jump stops over to Simon Daniel. Dowling by 2 and a whistle and a foul on Rocky. So Max will pick up his third.
And fouls starting to mount up for Johnston as that's their 16th foul. Next one will put Dowling in the bonus. And you just thought maybe that this game is going to come down to free throws here in the fourth quarter.
47-45 Dowling has been on that for quite a while. They inbound the ball to Daniel, and Simon has to make an athletic jump to get it. Now Daniel in the lane, his shot no good, ball slapped around, and Riggs picks up the foul. Reach-in foul on Riggs as he was going after Borwick.
And that's big because that's going to, now that it draws his fourth foul, and it's going to probably, although because they're shooting, Riggs will stay in the game, but I think after this next possession, they're going to have to get Riggs out. You can't have him foul out here with this much time left.
Carter Borwick at the line for Johnston. Eyes the bucket. First free throw is up. Off the mark, no good. Front of a 1-and-1. Rebound Dowling. So the Maroons catch a break there.
Dowling needs patience. I'd like to see him run that two-man game again with Riedel and Riggs.
Maroons in the offensive end. Here's Simon Daniel. They reverse it right side to Riedel. Riedel backing in against Grant. Gets in the corner to Simon Daniel for 3. The ball is no good. It was short. And the rebound to Riedel and a timeout. Dowling, this will be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 4:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter from the Dowling gym. It's Dowling 47 and number 4 Johnston 45 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swaim out of the Dowling timeout. We're under 4 minutes and 20 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Dowling by 2, 47-45. Maroons trying to win their third in a row after losing 3 in a row before this little streak they're on, winning against Urbandale last Friday night on senior night and defeating Centennial on Tuesday night. Here's Hughes with it. Sam going against Lewis. And we've got a timeout called by Dowling.
Now, Coach O'Connor did not like how offense was going that way, and I don't blame him. There was a lot of pressure. You do not want to turn the ball over at that point. Dowling had 3 timeouts, so this is their second timeout. They have 2 timeouts left, Mark. So sometimes you just get that feel. You can feel something bad coming, and Coach O'Connor was, let's get a timeout.
Well, that's each possession is so important, Mike, as you know, and it certainly has come down to that here in this fourth quarter. 47-45, Dowling with a 2-point lead. We've been on that score what seems like eternity as the Maroons have outscored Johnston 7-5 here in this fourth quarter. We want to remind our listeners on Iowa Catholic Radio, our thanks to Mercy One, Kemen, along with Ashworth Vision Clinic. Without them, we don't have ball games on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our next game will be this coming Thursday night, Dowling Boys on the road at Council Bluffs Lincoln. And here's Riggs inside and scoring.
Boy, that was a great play. He just squared up Rocky and put the ball on the floor, went right by him and high off the glass.
Riggs with 13 points, battling fouls. He's got 4 fouls with 3.5 minutes remaining. Dowling by 4. Maroons' biggest lead has been 6. Now underneath. And a shot goes out of bounds. It'll be Johnston basketball.
Yeah, and they're going to get Riggs out now with Johnston having this possession. That was a good play by Johnston to keep that ball alive. I thought the ball was tipped out of bounds by Riggs.
Stand corrected. Dowling's largest lead is right now at 4 points in the game. Johnston's largest lead has been 6 in this contest.
Kramer also back in the game for Johnston with 4 fouls.
Dragons inbound the ball to Rocky. Top of the key. He'll hand it off to Trey Lewis. Lewis with 10 points tonight. Pull-up jumper in the lane. It's short. Ball slapped around, and Hughes with the rebound.
Right, he has gotten opportunities, Mark, but just has not been able to cash those in the paint. And how about a good rebound that time by Lynch?
Dowling with the ball. And Riedel in the lane, and the basket is good. And a foul on Reed Grant of Johnston. And an and one coming for, how about that, Riedel?
That is a fantastic play by Matt Riedel. Into traffic and then be able to knock down that shot after the contact.
Grant with his second foul. And the free throw by Riedel rims out, no good. Rocky with the rebound. That's a big part of this game. Riedel with 12 points. And missed the free throw. There's a steal by Dowling. Riedel with the steal. Lewis is trying to catch him. The layup up and good.
Wow, how about Gredicke with the steal that time and off to his teammate, Matt Riedel. Huge bucket.
14 points for Riedel. Riggs with 13. Dowling with its largest lead of 8. And in the lane, a shot off the glass, good.
How tough is Reed Grant been tonight, Mark? That was a great shot.
That's his 18th point.
Dowling's got to know they've got 2 timeouts. If they get in trouble, they can use one. Everything has got to be patient. Take care of the ball here. You need a great shot, not a good one.
You just want to run your offense, and you don't need any unforced shots. If you get a shot at a layup, take it. If you want to force a dribble like Simon's doing here, draw the foul and get to the free throw line, and he did. Simon Daniel, nice job by him running with the foul.
Well, now you've got to convert if you're Simon Daniel. You got an opportunity, 1-and-1 here, push this to a 3-possession game.
So Simon will go to the line. He's got 8 points, all in the first half for the Maroons. A pair of threes and a 2-point basket. First free throw attempt coming for Simon. It's up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, by Kemen, and by our good friends at Dental Associates. Second one coming. Dowling 54. Johnston 47, 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter as we simulcast tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Both free throws good by Simon.
Big free throws. And how about Dowling extending the lead with Riggs on the bench, Mark?
10 points for Daniel.
Getting it done on the defensive end.
You don't see that too often. They work underneath to Rocky, and Lynch lets him have it, and he scores. Rocky with his 7th point.
Good decision. You don't want to compound the problem and foul him for an and-one opportunity.
55-49. Riedel down the lane. His shot off the glass. They can't stop him. He just had a little sliver of an avenue to go down.
Well, it's him on one side and Reed Grant on the other. They're both getting to the basket at will.
16 points for Riedel. It's 57-49. Dowling by 8. And we got a whistle and a foul on the Maroons. Oh, stopping the clock.
That's the last thing you want to do if you're Dowling. Johnson with an opportunity to score with the clock stopped, and they're going to get Ryan Riggs back in here, Mark, with a minute 34 left.
Fouls on Lynch, his 3rd. And Grant to the line for Johnston. Reed tonight with 18 points. This will be a 1-and-1, where he's 2 for 2 tonight at the line. First one good.
I would expect Johnston, if he makes this next one, to set up a press. Be very aggressive with Dowling trying to get a steal.
19 fouls on Dowling, 8 on Johnston. Second free throw is good. He's got 20 points, does Reed Grant.
Here's that full
pressure.
Here's that full court press.
Here's Hughes with it, guarded by Lewis.
Boy, and the Johnston coaching staff wants an offensive push that time, and they may have been right.
Hughes might have used that forearm a little further than he should have, but he got it across the timeline. Here's Riedel with it. Inside to Riggs, a shot up and good. Nice pass from Riedel to Riggs.
Just a nice 2-man game between those two. They've been doing it a while here.
15 points for Riggs. Corner 3 by Runyon is no good. Rocky with the offensive rebound, and it's finally slapped around. Riedel with it into the hands of Riggs, and he draws the foul.
Coach Frick is still letting the official know about what he thought was an offensive foul by Sam Hughes. They were bodying each other, Mark, going up the court, but I did think that there was enough maybe that Hughes stuck out that arm.
Nonetheless, Riggs goes to the line. He's got 16 points. They're checking. He's got 15 points tonight. Free throw's no good by Riggs, and the ball in the hands of Johnston. He's got 15 points tonight, does Ryan. And now back comes Johnston. Reed Grant for three. It's no good. Rocky with the rebound. Stolen away from him by Riedel.
What a great play. Riedel was falling down, and he passed it to Riggs.
And now a foul in the backcourt on Johnston. They're going to call it on Kramer, and that he has just fouled out with 6 points.
That is a fantastic heads-up play by Matt Riedel. Mark, he got the rebound and was falling down. It probably would have been a travel, and he was able to get the ball to his teammate.
He's able to grab the ball as he's falling down and take the ball. So Kramer fouls out with 6 points. He had 3 in the first half and hit a three-pointer in the second half for his 6. Fouls out with 43 seconds. And Riedel at the free throw line misses the front end of a two-shot foul.
Well, Coach O'Connor, if Dowling is able to get the win tonight, Mark, he's at least going to be able to sort of harp on his players. We've got to do better at the foul line because they have struggled here in the fourth quarter.
And the second free throw is good. So Riedel goes 1 for 2. He's got 17 points. And it's 60-51, Dowling by 9 with 37 seconds. Lewis for 3. It's no good. And we got a loose ball foul, or the ball hit the guy wire, which is a dead ball.
Yeah.
All right. Here at Dowling, we have that guy wire, basket support, the wire that hangs over the backboard, above the backboard, and that is a dead ball when it hits it, and that's what happened there. No foul. Here's Hughes in the backcourt. Gets to Simon Daniel. Dowling breaks the press. Simon with it.
Good
Trying
job.
to play keep away.
Yep.
Hughes, Riedel, Daniel, and a whistle in the backcourt, or a reach-in foul on Reed Grant. That's his third. And 2 shots coming for Hughes.
2 shots at Hughes.
What a night it's been. Hughes tonight with 5 points. This will be his first free throw attempt. And the first one is good. I knew when his grandmother come up here to harass me that things were good. Teresa Parmenter, who had all the Parmenter kids go through here, and now this is his daughter's kid.
You knew it was going to be a good night for Sam.
I knew it would.
There you go.
I knew it was going to be a good night for Sam, not for me. 9 points now for Sammy Hughes. And now down court, shot no good by Grant. Ball slapped around, and Dowling has it. Here's Gredeke. He's going to flush it through with Simon Daniel right there. Watching him do it. Nice job by Jack. 9 points tonight for Gredeke. 64-51, and that will do it. Here's a shot by Lewis at the buzzer. And Dowling has come away with the victory at home, 64-51, as the Maroons knock off the 4th-ranked Johnston Dragons. And this is the Dragons' first loss to a non-ranked team this year. They split with Waukee and Valley, who are ranked in the top 10. How about the Maroons with the win tonight? And Dowling now improves its record to 8-7 as they get ready to travel on the road next Thursday night at number 5 Council Bluffs Lincoln. And, of course, even more importantly, tomorrow, hosting Cedar Rapids Kennedy at 1 o'clock here at the Dowling Gym. Kennedy winning 8 in a row, and they come in with a record of 12-6. But you hang your hat on this win tonight, Mike Swaim, for the Maroons.
Mark, we saw glimpses of this Dowling team against Southeast Polk when they lost in overtime, and they started to put it together. We saw the offense come together, and then you follow that up with wins against Centennial. You follow it up again with a win here. 2 ranked teams coming into this gym and getting beat. Dowling is playing with a lot of confidence, and if you're the coaching staff and these players, you just want to keep this going. I mean, there's momentum. You can feel it. And there was a lot of confidence when this thing was 40-40, Mark, in the fourth quarter. To start the fourth quarter, there was no panic. And we mentioned Dowling needed this game in the 50s and 60s. You look up at that scoreboard, 64-51. It was just a great offensive performance. And how about some of the stops in the fourth quarter that Dowling was able to get? So I'm just really impressed by how Dowling is playing right now, Mark. They're just on a roll, and you just want to keep this thing going as long as you can right into Sub-State.
So the Maroons outscored Johnston 24-11 here in the fourth quarter to win it 64-51, handing the Dragons their third loss of the year as Johnston falls to 8-3. Dowling improves to 8-7. Johnston ranked number 4 in Class 4A, and the Maroons come away with the victory. We'll take a break here from the Dowling gym tonight. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swaim and Jeff Piggott, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio. And our thanks to our fine folks from CISN, Devin Taylor, our producer here on site here at Dowling, Jeff Stark, our cameraman, and of course Pete Tarpey heads the group from CISN. Final score, we'll come back with the statistics with Mike Swaim, and we'll go back through the keys of the game. Final score, Dowling 64, Johnston 51 in the boys contest, and it was the Johnston girls defeating Dowling Catholic 76-63 in the girls contest. Dragon girls now go to 13-1 and ranked number 2 in Class 5A. We'll be back with a postgame show after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
To everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Dowling Gym. Final score tonight in the boys contest, Dowling 64, Johnston 51. Along with Mike Swaim, Mark Amadale. What a contest we saw. We were tied at 40 going into the fourth quarter, and Dowling puts up 24. They outscore Johnston 24-11. They get back in the free throw game as the Maroons went, 6 of 9 in that fourth quarter to seal the deal. But what a night by the Maroons. They put together 3 straight games. The Urbandale win, the win over Centennial on Tuesday, and now tonight getting the Johnston Dragons, the 4th-ranked team in the state. And congratulations to Michael Connor and the coaching staff. Hard-fought win over a very tough team, Mike Swaim.
What they did, Mark, early on in that first quarter, there were a lot of turnovers. Dowling got that under control, and they started to limit those. And in the second half, I'm trying to think of, there weren't many turnovers that Dowling had in that second half. And then they did a fantastic job on the boards against this really good rebounding team of Johnston, holding Johnston to only 1 shot and out. And then on the other end, creating some opportunities. And then how about the 2-man game between Matt Riedel and Ryan Riggs, and just how they were able to work with each other, getting some of those baskets. I just thought it was fantastic. This shooting percentage had to just be off the charts in that fourth quarter for Dowling. They hardly missed.
Yeah, they did, Mike. That's a good point. But how about the balancing act between by Michael Connor? Once Ryan Riggs, his best post player, got into foul trouble, it was offense, defense. I looked in the clock, and we had like 2 minutes left in the third quarter. He was playing offense, defense, and he bought some time there.
He really did, and I thought he was able to, especially in that third quarter, Mark, and early on in that fourth quarter, keep Riggs on the bench, and then when he could use him, get him in offensively, and then try and get him out for defensive possessions. I thought it was really smart. He was such a key in this game tonight because he did a great job of defending Rocky, who we know how tough he is, and then able to score on the other end. So keeping him in the game was a huge effort by that Dowling coaching staff. I'm sure they were all looking anytime the clock stopped, hey, where's Ryan Riggs? Do we need him on the floor or off the floor?
Yeah. Final score, Dowling 64, Johnston 51. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. Thanks for tuning in tonight as we simulcast on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Our thanks to Pete Tarpey and the CISN folks. And let's take a look at scoring, Mike, before we wrap this up. For the visitors from Johnston, as the Dragons fall with their third loss, they're now 8-3 on the season. And on Monday, their schedule continues. They'll be playing Monday, a non-state game, so to speak. They cross over, and they'll host Fremont, Nebraska. They'll drive the 2.5-hour trip from Fremont, Nebraska, just northwest of Omaha. They're coming over, playing on President's Day, and they'll play at 6:15 at the Johnston Gym. So that'll be Monday's game. And then on Tuesday, Johnston hosting Hoover. That'll be a 7:45 boys-only game. And then the Dragons travel to Ames, and that'll be on Friday. And before hosting, they have a bye, and then they'll host the winner of Cedar Rapids, Prairie, and Lidmar. So it's Fremont, Nebraska on Monday, Hoover on Tuesday, and on Friday, their travel to number 6 Ames. That's left for the Johnston boys in the regular season. Again, they're in the sub-state with Cedar Rapids, Prairie, and Lidmar. And the winner of that game will play at Johnston on that Friday, February 26th. The Dragons were led tonight by Reed Grant with 20 points. He had 8 at halftime, 12 in the second half. A perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Grant with 20. 10 points for Trey Lewis. And then rounding out scoring all single digits for Johnston, Carter Borwick with 8 points. 7 points for Max Rocky and 6 points for Stephen Kramer. Kramer falling out with 43 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Dragons went 11 for 16 at the free throw line tonight. For the Maroons, Dowling with 3 players in double figures, led by Matt Riedel with 17 points, Ryan Riggs with 15, Simon Daniel with 10 points, Jack Gredicke with 9, 7 points for Sam Hughes. Off the bench, Jalen Moses with 3 points, but he fouled out with 1:27 left in the third quarter, and Mikey Chase off the bench with 1 point. Dowling finishing 7 for 11 at the free throw line. They were just 1 of 2 going in the fourth quarter before going to the line in the fourth quarter and went 6 for 9. As Johnston jumped out to a 15-9 first quarter lead. Dowling outscored the Dragons 17-15 in the second quarter. Johnston led by 4 at halftime. Dowling got it tied at the end of the third quarter by outscoring Johnston 14-10. And then Maroons, with a tremendous fourth quarter, outscored Johnston 24-11 to win it 64-51. Dowling improves its record to 8-7. And Swamer, well, the road continues. The next time I'll see you will be, I think, sub-state action, as Dowling sub-state. Maroons will play Cedar Rapids Kennedy tomorrow, as I mentioned, at 1 o'clock, and then they travel to number 5 Council Bluffs Lincoln on Thursday of next week. I'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. 6 o'clock start from Council Bluffs, and then they finish out a week from tonight at Des Moines East before getting into sub-state action. And the Maroons draw the winner of North and East here at the Dowling Gym on Friday, February 26th.
Yeah, it could be one of those games where they see East back-to-back.
Could be.
If they play East and then East beats North, they could see that. We had an entertaining game at North.
Yes, we did.
A couple of weeks ago. It was a lot warmer back then.
It was a month ago, Mike, by the way.
Yeah, I'm assuming we have somebody who can go start my car for me right now, don't we?
Doesn't your remote start work from here?
I don't think it works for me.
Oh, wait a second. You have your wife's card. She doesn't have remote start because you didn't get it for her
actually,
for Valentine's
she's got
Day.
the remote start. I don't have it. That's the problem.
All right, well, that'll wrap things up tonight. Mike, thanks for all you do. We'll see you in a few weeks, I guess.
Sounds good, Mark. Thanks
Stay
a
warm.
lot. I will.
All right. Mike Swain, my broadcast partner. That'll wrap things up from the Dowling Gym tonight. Our thanks to the CISN crew. We appreciate all they do as they've been with us all season long. And that'll wrap up everything from Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, our thanks to everybody involved. Jeff Piggott, our studio producer. Athletic director from Dowling Catholic, Tom Wilson. And, of course, all the folks here at Dowling for all their support throughout the year. Our next broadcast here on Iowa Catholic Radio will be this Thursday night as Dowling boys on the road for a single game. They'll take on the 5th-ranked Council Bluffs Lincoln Lynx, and we'll be live from Council Bluffs with the call, 5:45 pregame, and the boys will tip it off at 6 o'clock from Council Bluffs Lincoln High School. So join us for the broadcast this Friday night. And our next game after that will be the Dowling girls hosting a regional game here next Saturday. So we'll be on the air at 6:45 for that. For my broadcast partner, Steve DeVinny, and Mike Swain, this is Mark Amadale for our CISN crew, Devin Taylor and Jeff Stark, saying good night for our studio producer, Jeff Piggott. I'm Mark Amadale. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. Until then, wishing you a safe and blessed faith-filled evening.